Hello, hello. Hi, it looks like we should be good. Holy shit. It feels like it's been so long. Well, because it kind of has. It's been more than 2 weeks, I think. So I greatly apologize for the absence. Real quick, let's go ahead and start this stream in our traditional way to go ahead and get right back into the jump of things, right? There we go. I can only hope that came through well. But yes, and before I forget, behold, the world's 9th greatest detective and independent investigator. It is I, Osian W.D. Whitlock, at your service. And I miss this. It's weird, like, it's been so long that I'm nervous to stream. And it's been a very, very long time since I've been nervous before going live. So I'm not entirely sure what's up. How am I doing? I'm doing much better than I was. I am going to go into excruciating detail about all of that. Don't worry, you're going to learn all of my suffering. But I do want to go ahead and take a nice little drink first. Let me tell you, I hate taking medication. And not just because I can't drink during it, though it has been a while since I drank. So, cheers. That's not true. I actually did drink a little bit recently, but like, not a whole bunch at all. So this is me like properly drinking for the first time in a very long, since my stream with Mama Whitlock actually. I don't think I've actually drank a lot since. And so that's what I consider a long time without drinking, in case you're curious. He missed us. Might regret that later. Oh, I'm sure I'll regret it in like 15 minutes, let's be honest. No, so yeah, I ended up getting very, very ill, unfortunately. In fact, whenever I last streamed, that was like, yeah, it was about 2 weeks ago, because it was that Saturday where it was Nouse put together a little like murder mystery kind of thing. And I wanted to be a part of that, so signed up for it. That was like right when I started really getting bad. In fact, my symptoms started the day before, that Friday. And I remember being at work doing my detective duties, and I kept asking Detective Boss, I was like, hey, can I like get a thermometer? I feel like I'm gonna start heating up. I wanna monitor my temperature. I feel like my throat's getting a little bit scratchy, so I just wanna be careful. And it didn't get bad enough for me to go home early. And that Saturday, I started fine, hence why I was able to do that stream. And then, as I continued on, like that day, I had to cancel my collab I had planned later that day, because in the span of me finishing that murder mystery collab, and before I was supposed to do my Plate Up collab, which will get rescheduled, don't worry, I completely worsened. I had a massive fever that came all of a sudden. I could barely talk. It was awful. There were times where, outside of just my shallow breathing, I was literally coughing so hard and for so long I could not breathe. It was actually terrifying. Fu, welcome on in. Welcome, welcome. And I have water here, so get fucked. Cheers. And we are gonna go ahead and chase that. So cheers. That does sound scary. Yeah, there was actually a night where I reached out to a friend and I literally said, I don't want to pay for an ambulance. I am genuinely scared that I will need to go to the emergency room pretty soon here, because there is something very obviously wrong with me. So I had a friend stay up until like 2 a.m. or something, just in case I needed to hit them up so that way they could take me to the emergency room. Because I was there just laying in bed. Let me tell you though, the ambiance in my apartment peaked. It was amazing. I had like this really nice, like, sort of like 18, or like, I was about to say 18-bit, 8-bit music playing, and I had like these campfire sounds on, and I had like a campfire visual playing on my TV. I was just laying down on my couch with like You know, got the damp towels on my back of my neck and my forehead. It was kind of a vibe, except for the fact that I was in excruciating pain. And so the worst part is, I had to take an entire week off of my detective duties. I tried working one of those days and quickly realized that being well enough to be at home and not feel like I'm dying versus being at work and actually doing things, very, very different levels of wellness that you need. Did Gramps catch the plague? Yeah, so actually, the doctors, because I did actually talk to doctors, holy shit, I never do that. The doctors think that I had some sort of upper respiratory infection. Was not the scary C word. It was not COVID. I did in fact test negative for that, but it was something bad. I've been in the middle of nowhere at summer camp. That's right, I remember. I've gotten too close to overheating way too many times, but it's nice here. That's nice. I wouldn't mind doing something like that. I had something like this happen months ago. Wasn't COVID, wasn't even pneumonia. Still not sure what it was, but the rib pain was so bad. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't have anything quite like that. It was all like, I did have really bad sternum pain though. And that was, I'm sure, related to my shallowness of breathing. At least it wasn't pneumonia. I mean, technically, I don't know that it wasn't pneumonia. I don't know exactly what it was. But you're feeling better now, though? Very scary. Yes, so it lasted for a little bit less than 2 weeks, which is a wild amount of time for, like, an illness to last for me. I am usually sick, like, 2 or 3 days maximum. And so, to, like, go through all of that, it was terrible. And then I got very busy with life all of a sudden. Actually, I want to talk about this because this is a crazy coincidence that, for anybody who doesn't know already, I'm a massive RWBY fan. And during the time that I was sick, I actually went and rewatched the entirety of RWBY. All 9 volumes. I watched most of RWBY Chibi, and I listened to all the soundtracks with lyrics to just take it all in again. And then, right afterwards, like yesterday, I think, they announced that officially announced that Volume 10 is in early production. Which is just wild timing that I binged the show right before the announcement. But yeah, anyways, to answer your question, Fu, what Grimm should you draw? My favorite Grimm from RWBY, I think, not my favorite volume of RWBY by any means. Don't particularly enjoy the volume, in fact. But I really like the Knuckle-A-V from Volume 4. That's the one that, you know, has to do with Ren and Nora's backstory at the end of Volume 4, if you remember. It's such a cool design. It's so fucking cool. So if I'm picking a Grimm to see more art of, it's that 100% of the time. Oz facing his own mortality once again. Yeah, I've gotten better about thinking about that, but it decided to fucking slap me in the face. I need to rewatch RWBY. You know what? As much as I think the early volumes could be a slog, and especially 4 and 5, binge watching all of it, I actually enjoyed it more than I thought I would. Because I know that for me, the first 3 volumes carry a lot of nostalgia, since I watched the show since Volume 1, Episode 2 dropped. And even then, I was a Rooster Teeth fan since Season 6 of Red vs. Blue. Whenever that was coming out. Hold on. When did Season 6 of Red vs. Blue come out? That was 2008. So I was a Rooster Teeth fan back in 2008. And so I was already very well acquainted with them whenever RWBY first started coming out. And so it just, those early volumes 1 through 3, the Beacon arc, so to speak, carry a lot of personal, sentimental value to me. Which is why, like, even though it's kind of a slog to get through those ones too, admittedly, I still adore them. I love them. I have them on DVD, and I've watched them with, like, the director's commentary and the voice actor's commentary and all that other shit. But yeah, very excited for Volume 10. Anyone from, you know, the team behind RWBY watching this, if you want to get me in as a voice actor, hit me up. Ha! Same for me, very nostalgic to watch the early volumes. Yeah, oh, and like I can literally quote them line for line. I can like I remember it shot by shot. So as I was watching it, I was like doing the motions of all the different animations just because I've seen it so many times. I fell in the hole at season 11 of RBB. That's actually the same time that volume 1 was coming out, I believe. Which I really want to rewatch Red vs. Blue as well. I remember the only season of Red vs. Blue I have on DVD, and I actually still have it, is season 10. And that's because I remember I had like some kind of like Halo figurine way back in the day. And I was talking to a friend of mine, and he was like, oh, hey, I just got Red vs. Blue season 10 on DVD. I was like, oh shit, I want that. I want to get that at some point. He's like, oh, you have that Halo figure, right? I was like, hell yeah. He's like, I'll trade it. And this is where I neglected to mention the fact that the Halo figurine was not mine. It was Brosian's, my brother's. And I didn't give a damn. I traded that shit anyways. I don't think Brosian ever figured it out. I don't think he ever realized. So, Brosian, if you're watching this, sorry. I kind of traded away your like Halo figurine. I think I went home and I told him, I was like, look at this gift that somebody got me. Oh. I always mouth what the characters are saying. Yeah, oh, I don't even just mouth it. I'm saying that shit with them. 100% of the time, I'm gonna, like, if I know the line. Or, like, I really like to quote at the beginning of Volume 1, Episode 8, called Players and Pieces. Holy shit, my autism showing. It's like, Ruby, I told you this was a terrible idea. Stop worrying. I'm so far beyond worrying. You know, that whole thing. I'm not, whatever. I'm gonna not do that. I'm going to spare you my terrible impressions of the characters. So, actually, one of the reasons why I was so nervous about this stream is because while I do consider myself a yapper, and many people have considered me a rather proficient and prolific yapper, I still get worried that I'm going to just not have something to talk about. I'm gonna slightly turn down the music. And so I had the idea of, as I'm just going about my day, I should actually start preparing topics and writing things down. Which, funnily enough, I've now created like a mental list of things I was going to write down and have not. Regardless, I do have a few things that I've been thinking about. I'm like, once I next do a Zatsu stream, I'm gonna talk about these things. Sly, welcome on in, and oh, pardon me, I do in fact have water, so cheers. And I'll go ahead and chase that, so cheers as well. Alright, now I'll give you all a good stretch. So let's stand up. I'm gonna stretch my back, because I've been slouching so much. Oh. Yeah, actually, okay. So about my posture, I was with a friend the other day. I want to say this happened. It's actually right around when I first got sick, and I was with this friend, and they described the way that I stand as the, and I quote, gay little monkey at the Apple store. I am going to go ahead and pull up a picture. Don't worry. But this is apparently how I stand, with like the bins and everything. I'm just gonna call this picture on my computer gay. So this is apparently how I stand, if you were ever curious. And I hate the fact that I can kind of see it. Like, you know, my hand's usually on my hip, like kind of wrapped around my waist instead of like that. Wait, me too, I'm told I look like a flamingo. No, I think I could be described as standing like a flamingo. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody said that. But yeah, this is apparently how I stand. Or, oh, I'm trying to remember what the other one was. It was like something related to Germa. I'm trying to remember it. I think it was like... Oh, hold on. I'm looking for it. There we go. I had this picture shown to me as well. This really, really low quality image of Germa. This, but like I slouch a lot as well. So my back has a lot of issues. My back is compressed. But, or actually, I have two ways that I stand. It's either like that, or I stand in, like an idle pose for marching band. Because for many years, I was, you know, I did do marching band. And so because of that, I'll stand with, like, my feet in the, like, kind of the V shape with my hands, like, right around, what do you call them? Like, I guess... near my groin, we'll call it. Very respectfully standing, though, of course. So those are my two idle stances, if you were ever curious. Anyways, long rant to come from a stretch redeem. I was talking about writing down topics, I think. And I had a few topic ideas that I wanted to, like, bring up whenever I next did a Zatsu stream. The first of which has not left my mind since, and that is, so the other day, there I was riding, this is after I got better, I was riding my scooter around, my little electric scooter, and I saw something that blew my mind, because I hate it when cars don't use their blinker, whether I'm driving, whether I'm walking, or whether I'm on my little fuck-ass scooter, right? No matter what, I'm gonna be pissed if a car doesn't use their blinker. But I saw something that amazed me the other day. Because if you're thinking about what a blinker looks like, you know, it's like this like kind of yellowish orange color, and it's very, very obvious, very clear to see. I saw a car the other day that had its blinker. I'm trying to remember where it was, but it was like, instead of like very obviously on the back of the car, it was like on the very, very, very far corner of the car, like right where the back meets the side, kind of like hanging off that corner. And instead of it being a yellow blinker, it was white, which made it incredibly hard to see because the car was also white. So it's like, that pissed me off more than a car not using its blinker. Because you are using your blinker and I still can't even fucking see it. You're always gonna be endangering me. It's like, now it's not even your choice to endanger me, it's the fucking car manufacturers. Like, why? That pisses me off to an irrational degree. I already, like, a car doesn't use their blinker, I'll give them the death stare, but this car, I just want to curse them. I just wanted to fucking go off on them, be like, you got a fuck-ass stupid car, never drive that piece of shit again, or else I'm gonna get hit by another car. It wouldn't even be my first time, I've dealt with that shit before, so I know it's not fucking fun. So please, just drive a better fucking little wagon. You know, that's a good fucking idea, actually. You should go over, I don't live too far from fucking, like, farms with horses and shit. There you go. Just go down the street, get some horses, put it at the front of your wagon, and there you go. That'll be safer for me than whatever piece of shit you were already driving. Oh. I'm sorry. I've had that in my system for, like, a week. For, not a week, but close. I have needed to get this out of my fucking system. Ugh. Why? Why drive that piece of shit? Well, I've got to go. Wish I could stay longer, but I have to work. Well, no worries. You go ahead and enjoy your summer camp. Thanks for stopping by, Food. Thank you. Man, I'm about to fucking lose my voice from ranting. I couldn't talk for 2 weeks. You know, the most I could relate it to is back whenever I did my first ever hand cam stream, whenever I was doing that puzzle, and my voice was like really, really gravelly, and you could just tell that I shouldn't have been talking. It was like that, but worse. so many people don't use blinkers in my city. I hate it. Murder them. Am I gonna get in trouble for saying that? Probably. I don't care. Murder them regardless. Also, I haven't been saying hi to YouTube chat. Hi, Graylings. Hi, Nell. Welcome on in. Welcome on. Actually, Nell, I don't know if you're still here. I'm actually gonna message you. I'm gonna message you something right now. Okay, I'll wait for a response on that. Oh, you are still here. Okay, I'm gonna take that as a yes. Okay, so, Nell decided to be wonderful and amazing and drew something, incredible. Hold up, I gotta save this on my computer. It wasn't already saved. Dude, I love this so much. It's so good. So, Nell decided to draw this on oh, holy shit, it's massive. Yeah. One day I'll use studio mode. Look at that! That's so good! Like, holy shit! Oh, I love it so much. Hold on. You know what? This is more important than you guys. Look at that. Ah, I love it so much. It's so good. And you know what? I really appreciate that there's less wrinkles, you know, to more accurately show me, because this is just me being stressed. And you guys, I know you'll never believe me whenever I say these aren't wrinkles, but I can assure you that I am youthful and spry. The soulful deer stare. But no, thank you, Nell. Hold on. Surely you have a Twitch that I can shout out. Probably. Hold up. I'm gonna look this up. Do you have a Twitch account? I'm gonna find out right now. Am I even following it if you do? Do you not? Oh, you might not. Well, damn. Oh, you do? Okay. Oh, you do. You do. Okay, so now is this right? There you go. Do I even follow you? No, I don't. Damn. Okay. I now follow you too. Whoa, holy shit! Why is your name so cool? Wait. On my stream, why does your name look like that? I'm not the only one seeing that, right? That, like, it just looks cool to everybody. How did you do that? I feel like a caveman discovering fire. Like, wait. Oh, is it because your name is green? Is it? Wait. Is your name getting green screened? Can somebody else make their name green real quick? I want to see if this is right. I think your name is getting green screened. Wait, that's so cool though. Hold up. What? Have I just never had somebody with a green name? Hold on. How did that happen? Okay, filters? Oh. So what if I, like, do, like, I don't know, that? No, that just makes that invisible. How did that happen? I'm so confused. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Oh, it makes your name real hard to read, Sly. Holy shit. Oh, ew. No, okay. I've never realized how much I, like, recognize you by names as well. This is wrong. This is not right. change. You have a moral obligation, a moral and ethical obligation to switch back. I'm sorry, but no. Watch, now one of these days you're gonna all come in here and change colors just to fuck with me. You know what? I can't be sober for this shit. Bottoms up, everyone. Okay, while I'm like in a weird random ranting mood, wait, the green of Sly works, but Nell is red for me? What? What is going on? You know what? I'm just not gonna care. I'm not gonna care. I learned of a song the other day. And it's some, like, nursery rhyme from, I want to say, England. Hold on. It's called Old Lady Who Swallowed a Fly? Oh, it's actually American. It is actually American. But I was told it was English. I got lied to. But this fucking song, Elise, welcome on in, welcome, welcome. I am, in fact, alive. I managed to live. And thank you for the resubscribe. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so there's a song where it's exclusively, it's like a nursery rhyme, exclusively about an old lady progressively swallowing larger and larger creatures. Where it starts with like, there was an old lady who swallowed a fly. And then I think it's like, I don't know why she swallowed a fly. Perhaps she'll die. Something like that. Which is just wild to have in a nursery rhyme to say that perhaps she'll die. And then it slowly gets larger and larger. She swallows a spider next to get the fly. And I hate the fact that the spider is described as wriggling and jiggling. No, it wriggled and jiggled and tickled inside her. That is disgusting on how that's described. And then it progressively gets larger and larger. She swallows a cat, and then a dog, a goat, yada yada yada. And then it fucking ends with, there was an old lady. Yeah, there was an old lady who swallowed a horse. She's dead, of course. And then the song just fucking ends. It just breaks everything about the song to say, oh yeah, by the way, then she's fucking swallowed a horse and died. She's gone. She that's it. Somehow she managed to swallow a cow, a goat, a dog, a cat, a bird, a spider, and a fly, and all that was fucking fine. And then it's like, okay, well, let me get some horse meat inside of me, and then she's just fucking bleh, just dead. How do you think spiders are cool? Because spiders are badass, that's why. Speaking of horses, I can't fucking escape people talking about the new horse game. Fucking, what is it, Uma Musume? I can't stop fucking hearing about this game. Like, so many people I know are playing it. So many people are obsessed with it. It's everywhere on my Twitter now. It's all I'm seeing. Like, I don't care to learn fun facts about the little horses. Actually, okay, no, the fun facts are usually pretty fun. Turns out that horse racing has some colorful horses in it. Same, bro. Yeah, I just don't necessarily understand the appeal of the game, I suppose. Because every time I look at it, first of all, there's just too many things going on. The overstimulation of, like, all the different colors, all the different shit going on. There's, like, pop-ups everywhere, and the text is too small. I feel like I'd have to, like, really lean in close in order to read it. I'm spreading propaganda of it to others, even though I don't play gachas. Oh yeah, and that's the thing. I also just don't care for gacha games. The only one I've ever played is Fire Emblem Heroes. That's not true. I actually played Princess Connect for a time. And I enjoyed it quite a bit, but that's because it had an auto battle feature, and I could just turn my brain off completely. Back about the real horse is very funny. The anime horse girl, though, boring. Exactly. 100% agree with you, Elise. People have been trying to get me to cave and play. I will never. I will stand strong in my beliefs. I will be firm in my ideals. Feisty, welcome on in. Welcome, welcome. Actually, that reminds me. Feisty, I'm gonna send you a question real quick. I don't see any reason why the answer would be no, but I'm gonna send you a question super fast. Oh, I can't talk about it. Okay, cool. Hold on, let me find your Twitter post about it. So, one of the things that I want to do today, while we're already here, is I want to make a schedule for my next week. The only stream that I already know for next week is actually a collab. I'm very, very excited about it. It's a game that I know very, very, very little about. Called, I'm sure you all know it, Peak. I suppose it's some kind of climbing game, where you have to work together with other people. Here, I'm gonna snip this and post. I'm gonna show off your. I'm gonna show this off. Peak is super fun to play. I'm excited just because people keep telling me it's a lot of fun. They keep saying it's Peak. I'm sure that joke has been made a bazillion times. I'm so funny. Anyways, check out this great little... I'm actually going to repost this as well. So yes, I'm going to be doing a collab Tuesday, actually at my normal starting time, funnily enough. It's very, very convenient how that worked out. I'm going to be playing Peak with Feisty here. I already shouted out Nell, or else I'd shout you out. Can I shout you out? Probably not. Oh, I can. Oh, well, that works. I'm going to be streaming it with Feisty here, as well as Rixie and Anaria. Very, very excited. Wonderful group of people. Don't know how I got invited. But I am very much looking forward to it. And in fact, that was actually a large part of my motivation to stream today. Because as I mentioned, I've been very nervous to actually want to go live. So between being busy and sick and being nervous, that's kind of why I just haven't been around. And I decided, okay, I know I'm doing this stream. I don't want that to be my first stream back, so I need to stream before then. But I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow because I would have to start really, really late because I have plans tomorrow. So that left yesterday or today. And then yesterday something came up and I was like, well, shit, I guess I have to stream today. I have no choice. Which is also why I can't get as inebriated as I would have liked to today. The plan was to just go all out, but alas, things happen and I have work tomorrow. Do I have work tomorrow morning though? Or do I have enough time to recuperate from a potential hangover? These are the real questions that we should be asking ourselves. Can I get away with getting drunk today? Let's see. I have to log into my work. I feel like it is impossible to get a 6-digit verification code. Oh, never mind. I'm just disproved my own point. I feel like every time I ever get a 6-digit verification code, I always have a 0 in it. I don't know why. You'd think that with 10 fucking choices for each digit that you would never, or like that you wouldn't always get the same number, but I feel like I, without fail, always get a 0. Except for this time. Let's see. If you can wake up and take a shower in time, you can get away with it. Well, we'll see. If it's like something like 10 or 11. Ah, shit, it's 9? Ooh, that's a little bit harder to deal with. Hydrate? Well, sure thing. So, this one's to you, Feisty. Cheers. Here, I can turn the music back up a little bit. I also have like a weird 2-hour gap in my schedule tomorrow. I hate it when my work does that. Like, either schedule me to start early, get out early, or start late, get out late. One or the other. Not... I hate it whenever they're like, okay, yeah, you're gonna come in just about as early as you can, and then you're gonna have just a massive gap in your schedule, and then you work the later part of the day as well. Like, no! Because now all I'm doing is I'm going home, I've got just a little bit to chill, and I'm constantly gonna be thinking, okay, I gotta make sure I leave in time, I gotta make sure I gotta, like, fucking scarf down my food, I gotta try to relax, but I won't be able to properly. It's like, ah! So last time I played Peak for my 2.0 debut yesterday. Well, congrats on your 2.0. I had to take a shot for every third death, and I got through a couple shots. I said at one point, I kind of want to just jump off so I could take another shot. I see. Well, unfortunately, I have work that, you know, the following day. So, I cannot do anything silly like that, but that sounds like a lot of fun. I also am now learning that I can expect to die a lot in the game. Whenever I say I know nothing about this game, I genuinely, this tweet of yours is the only time I've even seen, like, the title screen or whatever. In fact, I should probably buy the game. I'm gonna buy the game right now. Wait, no, shit, because never mind, I can't. I'm gonna buy the game after stream. He uses proximity chat, which is great when someone is falling. I see. Would you classify it as a rage game? Should I expect to get a little bit pissed off? Or is it gonna be fine? Because let me tell you, nah? Okay, good. I am a little bit known for getting cranky whenever I play games from time to time. You know, nothing too bad. Unless you're playing with someone brain dead, it's all fun and games. Gotcha. I don't get mad ever by playing. No, it's like a switch that I can choose to turn on or off. It's not necessarily that I play up my reactions, but I can just either choose to let all those emotions go, or just decide from the very beginning, I'm gonna play it cool, just not gonna let that stuff get to me at all. And it just depends on my mindset going into it. That said, I will try to direct any anger that does come at the game and not you guys. I'm sure it'll be all nice fun and games, as you put it. Man, I'm in a dangerous mood right now where I keep thinking I have too much in my can right now. I should just fucking chug it. If it was changed, then yes, I'd get pissed off fast. But you honestly don't even need your friends to finish, so you can just YOLO solo while we harass you as ghosts. I see. So what I'm hearing is, despite being a newcomer, I'm gonna carry. Because I would never die in the game. And if I don't need you guys, then I'll be fine on my own, let's be honest. No, I'm actually gonna set a reminder to myself right now. You know what? I'm gonna post it... No, I'll do it here. I need to buy Peak after stream. There we go. Trying to remember what my two other topics were. No, I only had one more topic. One more topic I had that I wanted to talk about. And then after that, I will freely yap about whatever. And we'll make that schedule for next week. We will. Oh, I actually have two topics. What am I saying? So, I wanted to talk about my 4th of July, actually. If you've been around a lot of my streams, this is probably not a surprise to hear, but I am not patriotic in the slightest. I do not have the greatest view of my country. That said, this 4th of July, I made some plans with some friends, which is wild. To me, that is just a day to stay at home and sleep. That's what it's been for a very long time. And yet this year I decided I'm gonna do shit. So I went out with some friends. We went shopping for a little bit. We went out, got some barbecue. It was real nice. Got some awesome, really good ribs. They're Peak. And then we went to like a firework display. We decided to show up 3.5 hours early just to make sure that we set out our blankets and everything. And we got there super early to get those front row seats. And then we went like around this little fair area, got some incredibly overpriced food. But let me tell you, they had these foot-long corn dogs. And those things were genuinely some of the best corn dogs I've ever had in my life. So fucking good. I felt like a real proper American for once. And then with those front row seats, that firework display, the best I've ever seen in my life. Holy shit. It was genuinely, like, once again, I'm not patriotic, but that day almost single-handedly made 4th of July one of the days that I feel like I'm gonna look forward to each year now. Just to replicate that feeling. Because it was so, like, it was great to just spend that day with friends and go out and experience something like that, you know? And actually, I have a theory. I genuinely have a theory that I want to run by you guys. And I'm going to start with this question. Is your favorite firework color different from your favorite color? Or are they one and the same? Like, if you're watching a firework display, are you like, oh, well, my favorite color's blue, but I really like the yellow fireworks? Different? See, because that's what I noticed too. Is that it tended to be like colors that I don't typically think of as ones that I like a lot that were my favorite fireworks. And that's just something I've never thought about. I like the green because it's so strange to see. Yeah, like I really liked the green ones and the red ones. Especially if they were like together. Because to me, I consider my two favorite colors to be gold and platinum. Which, yes, I know that's like almost like a bougie answer. I feel like an asshole saying that. It's like, oh, hey, Osian, what's your favorite color? Like, yes, I'm particularly fond of platinum. But like, you know, I just think it's a cool as hell color. I like the a slight metallic sheen with like just that little bit of silver, not quite white. A very like glistening, brilliant color, right? And yet, the fireworks is going off. And I'm not like, ooh, look at the gold fireworks. I'm like, ooh, green, red. Fireworks are just so pretty. I wish we had more of them in England. Well, because you have Guy Fawkes Day, right? Which, if I'm not mistaken, is not celebrating Guy Fawkes, but is celebrating his death, right? Hold on. Yeah, I'm looking this up. Yeah, or that's whenever he was arrested. See, maybe this is like... This is... This is the terrorist in me speaking. But whenever I learned that y'all had a day, whenever I heard that y'all had that as a day, I was like, oh, hell y'all are celebrating that badass? Fuck yeah, maybe you guys aren't so bad after all. And then I realized it was to celebrate him getting arrested, and I got really disappointed. I was like, dude, this is one of the coolest motherfuckers in history, and you're over here celebrating him? Hell yeah! Thought the same thing until a few years ago. Like, I don't even remember. I think I just decided to research him more for whatever reason, because I really like history and learning about different historical figures. And Guy Fawkes is one that's particularly fascinating to me. I think he's so cool. And then I was just reading about that. I was like, oh, let me read about his holiday. And I learned that. I was like, damn, this thing blows. We set fires to effigies full of fireworks on New Year. Cool tradition. Reasonably dying, though. The fact that people burn effigies even nowadays is kind of terrifying to me. You have to remember that England is still a kingdom. It would be against the monarchy to celebrate the new... I mean, I don't fucking care. Not down with the monarchy. It's just like a... It's just a title nowadays anyways, right? It doesn't really do much off with their heads. I feel like that's like you saying that you're just engaging in stereotyping. You are your own caricature by saying that. Okay, I keep looking at this drink thinking I just gotta chug this motherfucker and I can't take it anymore. Cheers. Holy shit. There was a lot more left of this than I realized. It doesn't matter. I'm going through the rest of it. Never mind. I literally could not swallow at the end there. The monarchy in England exists for tourism purposes. No, that's funny. Yeah, like, it's there to be like, oh, yeah, so... Wait, no, hold on. I have to do a British accent. Like, oh, and to your right, you can see that we've got Birmingham Palace. This is where, I'm not entirely sure what happens in Birmingham Palace. I simply know that something happens there. Actually, what the fuck even is, Birmingham? Oh, are we going to go ahead and do a British wolf? Hold on, what does a corgi sound like? Hold on. We're gonna look up a corgi bark, and then I'm gonna replicate it. Okay, shut up, music. Okay, I got this. I got this. It's a little bit lower than my usual high-pitched dog, actually. That was more like a... This is what I do. Yo, this is what I do. Why do I do this? While I'm thinking about it, though. You know what? I'm gonna show this one off. I'm gonna show this off. You know, I'll give a little tease. Here, I'll do it like this. So, if you all remember, as part of my Donathon goals, which I do want to talk about Donathon goals in a bit, as part of those, I commissioned some new emotes. And I'm very happy to say that they are very close to being done. There's 2 that need to be animated still, but that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and just show the top half of one of them. This is your tease. This is all you get. But we've got some banger emotes on the way. Oh, they are so fucking good. They're genuinely amazing. So I'm very, very excited for you to see all of these. This one, oh, it's so fucking cute. I love this emote. Hold on. Oh, no, okay. I have a really bad habit where whenever I get excited, I constantly want to talk about what I'm excited about. This is why I'm terrible at keeping secrets. I am so bad about it. And so I'm like, oh, let me just tease 1 more. Let me just tease 2 more. Like, oh, there's one that I genuinely, I can't even bring myself to tease it though, just because it's so goated. It is the best emote that any of you will ever see. I guarantee you. I showed somebody it and they said, yep, that's gonna be the most used emote on your channel. And I could not agree more. Because it is genuinely a peak emote. And you know what? Elise, since you're here, you get to see it. It's the best thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm so happy with it. Oh, it's so good. You're going to love it. You're going to adore this emote. Alright, let's get rid of that now. I can't wait for... Oh, I genuinely, I'm so excited. Speaking of Donathon goals, though, this actually ties into schedule. I still have a lot of shit to do for my Donathon. Let's actually pull this up. I still have a lot of drawings to do, but I've just been super busy and super sick, and lots of shit keeps happening, and I feel really bad about it. I have a total of 16 drawings. I already did the custom voice message. I have 2 games that I need to play. I need to write 3 handwritten letters. And the thing that's relevant for you all is the games. Because I'm actually going to be playing the first of those games this week. That being, one of the games that was decided for me to play is HoloCure. So this upcoming week, I will be doing my first, and maybe only, I don't know, my first ever HoloCure stream. So very, very excited about that. Probably will do it. Oh yeah, of course you're getting excited immediately, Mia. Here, let's actually pull up my schedule. Y'all, I might be a dumbass. I went to go look up the website where I'm gonna go and like make my schedule, but instead I googled the word schedule. I was like, wait, why is it showing me a definition? I might not be the smartest cookie in the pack. Alright, there we go. Now I'm in the right place. Alright, so let's see. You're so smart. I am. Holy shit, my last schedule was for June 16th through 22nd. Oh my goodness. I have to change the fucking month on here. What, so it'd be 7/7. Talking about emotes, I'm finally done with the sheesh backwards. Well, congrats to you. And I hope you enjoyed the paycheck at the very least. But no, make sure, maybe next time I get a stretch redeem, you can join me. We can stretch our backs. Let's see, I think it's 7/9. Gonna go through, edit all these dates. Oh, well, there you go. That works, okay. Let's go ahead and get a nice back stretch since, I have terrible posture. I really need to fix it. Whenever I decide to stand up straight, I genuinely gain like 3 inches on my height. I'm not even exaggerating. It's a real problem. Oh, let's get some nice arm stretches too. Oh, I feel like I need to pop my back at some point. Alright, and we will hydrate. And once we hydrate, I'm gonna chase it with chugging the rest of my can. Alright, cheers. That was barely anything left in that. Hold up. I feel like I didn't give you guys enough of a drink there. There we are. So, additional cheers. Tomorrow is the 7th, right? Yeah, okay, so it's the week of the 7th through the 13th. Okay, so the 12th, and then 13th. Perfect. Ah, Leonic, welcome on in, welcome. And you're immediately... Holy shit. Okay. Let me go ahead and set on our 2-minute timer. You know what? I wanna lean into this. Yeah! Alright, so we went ahead, we have a friendship redeem. We're gonna go ahead and do this real quick. So, Mr. Leonic Vladoff over here, I know exactly what I'm gonna be saying today, and I'm gonna be doing it as a sort of a response to, if you don't know, Mr. Vladoff here the other day, he went ahead and had his first ever Zatsudon stream, and I was only there for about 30 minutes, but he absolutely killed it, he murdered it, he fucking butchered it, he did it like a... Holy shit, this song's got lyrics, and I don't like that. We're gonna go ahead and change it to this one. And I know that this one doesn't have lyrics because I've listened to this exact video, the entire fucking thing, all 2 hours. I do not have a problem. I fucking love bluegrass music. Anyways, he had his first ever Zatsudon not too long ago, and he fucking old yellered it back in the back. So, go ahead, make sure to support him for whenever he does his next one. I'm sure it's gonna be just as amazing. Anyways, he went ahead and he had a redeem and called fucking meanie. And it's sort of the inverse of what I'm doing here, where I say something nice, he just says something fucking mean about you. And I thought that that was, very mean, but whatever. He went ahead, the first ever meanie redeem he had was towards yours truly. And this man, instead of just saying something casually mean, decided to fucking soul read me, decided to just completely butcher me and everything that I stand for. I should probably go and find it so that way you can all see. But it is essentially boiled down to, hey, you're a talented motherfucker who needs to get off of his ass and actually start doing shit. And you know what? As mean as that was, it was also sort of a wake-up call in a way, where it's like, maybe I should stop being so insecure. Maybe I should stop being so self-conscious, because I realize that a lot of the times I do try to make shit. Like, there's a lot of shit that I've tried to make for you all, that I've tried to prepare, and I just haven't, because I would start it, and then I would not be proud of the end outcome. I would not be content with whatever I made, and for a long time, I had the mindset of, well, if I can't be proud of what I'm making, then how can I expect to be, you know, I won't be happy if it's out there in the world. But you also have to consider that if I'm making nothing at all, then well, that's just it. It's either you get something or you get nothing. And is it better to have something than nothing? Well, I think yes, because as long as you go through the effort of actually doing all the steps of the process and then putting something out there, then you're gonna grow from that. You can get feedback from that, right? Because you can't expect to grow if you don't actually do anything. But my mindset had me in a position where I would rather just grow behind the scenes and then show. But that sometimes you gotta be a shower first, you know? Gotta be a shower, not a grower. So, anyways, thank you for the motivation I needed in order to, pursue certain things. Anyways, back to our regularly scheduled music. So let's see, I'm not going to be streaming on Monday. This won't last long, I just want to put the schedule out there, you know? Tuesday is obviously going to be Peak collab. Let's see if I can put the names on here. Oh, I might be able to do it like this. Put this on the left side, and then on the right side, I'll put with... And it will be with Feisty, Rixie, and Anaria. If I do it like that, it's fine. And we're doing that at my normal starting time, which is 7 p.m. Central. You also have a P collab with who? I've got it with Feisty, Rixie, and Anaria, a wonderful group. Okay. I'm not gonna get it wrong. How's your hiatus? Well, unfortunately, I took a hiatus. Did not mean to. Hope you rested well. I did, and thank you, Mark. I'm getting it right this time. Mark Gold. Please let me... If I got it fucking wrong again, I'm gonna be really upset. Okay. Fuck yeah. I'm very proud of myself. I hate the fact that I got it wrong that one time, and I will always regret that now. I have to live with the fact that I got your name wrong. Alright, so, got Peak collab. Wait, can you say the names again? Wait, what do you think about DJ Mac Gross Beat? Don't ask Failey what this means. I don't know what that is. Should I look it up? DJ Mac Gross Beat? What is that? Well, it looks like some kind of like plugin thing maybe for FL Studio. Oh, it's a French pun? Oh, I see. Well, there is something like that for the Mac version of FL Studio called Grossbeat. But yeah, anyways, here, Lena, you can find the names over on Twitter if you want to go ahead and see them. I did repost it. Alright, back to scheduling. So I know that... Let's look at my work schedule again for the week. Oh, shit, I didn't see it. Alright, I got rid of it. It's fine. If you read it, it sounds like DJ Mike Coxbeeg. Sure, whatever you say. Should I ask Faley what it means now that I know it's a pun of some kind? Also, yeah, what does that mean? Okay, what is it actually a pun of? Have I just said something terrible? Mike Cox... Oh. I see. I see. I mean, no lie has been uttered. Oh shit, I still have the dog ears on. Anyways. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and say no stream on Friday either. So we're gonna bring this over here. I'm gonna try to stream XCOM. I keep canceling XCOM streams, and I feel really bad about it. There we go. I will be offline on Friday. I want to stream the rest of the week. I want to actually stream again. I want to do more Jump King. I still need to get through that. What are other games that I'm playing right now? Oh shit, I'm frozen. There we go. I'm gonna do this over here. Let's see. I've got... Let's do Jump King on Wednesday, because why not? You know what? Let's actually... I'm gonna do it kind of sparse. Just as I'm getting back into the swing of things. Well, no, because I also need to do Holocure. And I don't want to do that on Sunday. So I think I'll do... Yeah, I'll do Holocure on Wednesday. I'll do Jump King on Thursday. So let's do this. And I'm able to do 7 p.m. for all these streams. So I'll do 7 p.m. Jump King there. And then I'll do Holocure on Wednesday. There's that. So let's see. There's that. Okay, what do I do on Sunday? I know I don't want you to start... Oh, I see Travel. You're over in, I see you over in YouTube chat. Yes, so Holocure is, in fact, scheduled now. Sorry, because I've got all my screens busy, I'm not reading YouTube chat very often. I need to go have a very nice stream, Detective. Well, thank you for stopping by, Elise. I really appreciate it. It does mean a lot. Let's see. Do I just do another Jump King? Because I want to get through Jump King as fast as possible. You know, it's been a while since Valheim. Maybe I'll do, I mean, it's been a while since everything. I'll do a Valheim stream. So I'll do Valheim. I'll do it. I'll start at the same time. I'm actually gonna start at a consistent time with my streams. Holy shit. And then I need to write that this is the week of July 7th through 13th. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put the art that Nell did as my schedule art. go ahead, put this on here. Do something like that, maybe. And then I have to make sure all the layers are right, because there's a lot of dynamic layers with my schedule. I tried really hard on making like this whole like a manila folder with like the tape and everything. Oh, it took me way too long. Or like adding there's like all these different ambiguous stains that I refuse to explain. Then that to the front, and then I gotta get this stuff behind the other stuff. Oh, there's so many things here. Gotta get the art behind all this tape, so that way it looks like the tape's like layered on it. And then I have to add on the shadows. There we go. And then I have to make sure I credit Dell correctly. Alright, at Nell the Crow. I could have guessed that, let's be honest. Alright. I'm gonna show this to you guys first before I post it. Let's make sure this is right. Once it downloads, eventually. There it is. Alright. So let's see, are there any problems here? Offline on Monday. Tuesday, have the collab. Wednesday, Thursday. Friday's gonna be offline. Saturday. Sunday. I don't see any problems with the dates or anything. The art is correctly credited. I don't see any layering issues. Alright. It's getting posted. But I'll post it after streams. That way you guys don't have to sit through me being productive any longer. We can go back to talking. What do I do on these streams? These streams always go by in a blur. You know what I do know that I do during these streams, though? I know that I drink. So let's do that. Cheers, everybody. That was a baby sip. Hold up. Let's fix that. When in doubt, chug. Exactly. Thank you. Yeah, let's go ahead and get a little bit more in our system. You know what? Actually, since earlier I brought up like things that I wanted to pursue in the future, you guys get an exclusive look at things that I want to achieve in the future, things that I want to make. Where, okay, obviously a D&D campaign is one of them, and I have all the groundwork there for it. I really just need to like sit down and fucking do the nitty gritty stuff now, which I've mostly done actually. It's really not, it would not take me that long to get a D&D session up and running. At this point, like, I have the people, I have the characters, I even have the story. I just need a last few things, as well as, like, the actual visuals for it, and then I'm good. So I will get on that. I want to eventually actually make covers. Eventually, I will. Let's see, what else? What else do I have that I really want to do? Something that I've had in mind for a long time. A genuinely long time. I actually do want to just make a podcast. I want to do a thing where I just chat with people, and what I'm thinking is, you know, we'd all just be lightly drinking while chatting about whatever. Maybe I prepare a few topics. Maybe there'll be little segments. I don't know. And I've had the aesthetic and the idea for it decided for so long, and even the name, that there's already a podcast that's very similarly named, I think. Yeah, there is a very similarly named... Oh, no, there actually is a podcast that's kind of small that has the same name. So I'd probably do something different, but like not too different, just because it's such a good pun. Because if you guys don't know, in 1920s America, there was prohibition where the government was like, you guys can't drink. And in order, you know, people weren't going to just stop drinking. So instead, they went to places called speakeasies. Which is essentially like hidden bars. And I just feel like that idea of having like a podcast where you just like have some nice casual drinking and then doing some kind of pun on speakeasy, which is so easy for a podcast, right? Well, I wanted to name it, but what's already taken is Speakin' Easy and spelling it like a speakeasy, but that's unfortunately already in use. So I'd want to do a similar pun, but like that sort of aesthetic and making like an old-timey bar and everything, and I'll like host it. That just, it sounds so good. What I'm thinking, like, I'll make a different mixed drink every week and allow you guys to recommend a mixed drink for each week. And like, oh, I'd try it out. Like, I've got this whole thing that I really want to do, but it just requires that I actually sit down and do all the effort. And I want to do it right. And I'm worried that I won't do it right and that it won't be good. But I need to get out of that mindset and to just actually sit down and fucking do it, right? Because it's either I'm gonna do it bad or I'm not gonna do it. So I might as well just do it bad. And other people might enjoy it. Because even now, I already can't go back and watch my streams. I'm already confused as to why any of you are here. Oh, sorry, I touched the mic. I'm talking with my hands a lot right now. I'm like, why? Why are you here? I genuinely cannot understand that. I cannot fathom that idea. But I'm obviously doing something at least moderately okay. So maybe if I put out more things, those will be moderately okay too. Let's see, what was something else I really wanted to do? I had something, what was it? Oh, I think it'd be fun to like host some kind of game show. Like, I just want to host a game show. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it'll be. Like, I'm thinking back in the Nexus days, whenever it was Rixie and Taryn hosted that Family Feud. That looked like a hell of a fun. Like that looked like so much fun. And the thing is, I would much rather have been a host than a participant in that kind of thing, if I'm being honest. And that's why, at some point, I'll host something, for sure. And this might also be my love of, if anybody knows what Game Changer is by Dropout, fucking adore Dropout. They are one of the, they're one of the only subscriptions I have on YouTube. And it's so worth it. It's genuinely some of the best content over there on YouTube. I'd love to host something akin to that and be a part of something like that. Obviously, I don't want to just plagiarize them. Like, I'd want to have my own spin on it in some way. But to just have that style of content? Because what I really like about Game Changer isn't necessarily the games themselves. I mean, it's always changing anyways. But it's the idea of, it's a game show, but the focus is on the participants themselves. It's about the personality, the charisma, the comedy, than the actual game. It doesn't, because you don't watch Game Changer to see who wins. You see it for the people involved. And that is a unique spin on the game show genre. Now, I'm sure other things have done it in the past, but I feel like my point still stands that it's still a novel idea. So, and like, those are like the big things. And if I were looking at like the super broad ideas of what I'd want to do, then something like, this is something I'm not gonna do. I've decided I'm not gonna do this. But if I'm thinking of like my broad future content ideas that I've had, I won't lie and say that I've, you know, there have been times where I'm like, I'm gonna just rebrand on everything. I'm just not even gonna be a detective anymore. But I feel like I've just grounded myself too much, and I don't like that idea of changing everything, right? Because this has become who I am, and like I'm very happy with this, right? There's definitely a part of me that is disgruntled, I think is the best word, that I was not directly involved in the behind-the-scenes process of bringing me to life, right? Which is a wild thing to say out of context. Like, if you're thinking of it out of the scope, like outside of the scope of VTubing, it's like, oh, I wasn't involved in my conception. I didn't agree to this. But no, it's definitely, I use this word, this is definitely too intense of a word, I feel. But there's a sort of dysmorphia in the fact that I was not directly involved with becoming me. This was something that was provided to me and given to me. This is not what I would have done, right? And so it's definitely a strange feeling. Even now, like almost a year later, my 1 year is coming up in how many days until, I think the 22nd? Until July 22nd. Oh shit! My 1 year anniversary is coming up in 16 days. What? Wait, what? What day of the week is that? That's a Tuesday? That's not a good day of the week. But we're gonna fucking do something. Hold on, I'm gonna look at my own wiki and find out. Is my debut date the 22nd? Yes, okay. When was the last time my wiki was updated? About January 2025, it looks like. Alright. No, wait, what the fuck? I'm about to be on a year of streaming already? Wait, what the fuck have I been doing for a year? Where did the time go? I gotta do something. What the, wait. I'm just having like, it's not an existential crisis, it's more like an existential realization, if that makes sense. Hold up. What am I gonna do? I got 2 weeks. Okay. I gotta do something. Especially because I already missed my birthday last year, actually. Well, birthday in quotes. As a streamer, I don't have a birthday. I don't know what my birthday is. It's a mystery. Haha, get it? I'm a detective. That's why I think it's really funny whenever I see things online where it's like, oh, what's your birth month and birth date? And find out, I don't know, what fucking... If you were a SpongeBob episode, what would your episode be called? Or like, I don't know, if you were if you were a Castlevania game, what would your Castlevania game name be? Which anime waifu are you gonna marry one day based off when you were born? And I just look at it, I'm like, I don't fucking know. Do I just get to choose now? Because I don't fucking know. Do I just get to choose what I feel is right? Like, yeah, that one. That's my name. That's my waifu. My Castlevania game is not Aria of Sorrow. I'm erasing all records of my birth and life. I see. That's actually a real one that I've seen. Hold up. I'll look up, what would your Castlevania name be? Game name be month, or I'll just look at birthday. Okay, is Ari? Sorry, Aria is not even an option on here. Very, very sorry to be the one to tell you, Teradito, but Aria is not even an option on here. You could be, what's the closest to an Aria on here? Maybe... Lament is probably the closest. Is Sorrow on here? Yes. The closest you could probably get is November 18th, which is Lament of Sorrow. Either way, I think what this means in the long run is that you just don't have a birthday either. Sorry, you just weren't born. I was born on a leap year. I see. Yeah, and you know what? That means you live 4 times as long. Congrats. Or do you die 4 times faster? These are the questions. Theoretically, I know that the furthest time zones apart that are next to each other are, I think, 14 hours. So it's theoretically possible to skip a day if you go from one time zone to the other. It could be like Sunday at midnight, and then you cross over, and because of how the time zones work or whatever, then wait, no, like Sunday midday, and then you cross over, and then it's like Tuesday at like, 12:01 a.m. It's theoretically like possible to skip a day. So, could you theoretically skip your birthday every year and live forever? I mean, I think it's possible. Someone's got to try that at some point. People have been looking for the fucking Fountain of Youth, but I think I just fucking found it. Alright, but here, I'm gonna close out some of my mini tabs that I've got going on. Alright, there we are. Alright. Let's see, we've been going for an hour and a half. How much longer do I even want to go, I wonder? Maybe like 30 more minutes? I don't want to go for super long today. Today it was kind of a warm-up. You know what that reminds me? I've been meaning to get back into trombone playing. I'm gonna do it at some point. Actually, I have a song cover idea. Pardon. I have a song cover idea that would require I play trombone for it. And, like, so there'd be singing parts, but there would also be parts of me playing the trombone. And someday, I really want to do it. I've actually been reliving and going through a lot of, like, the old pieces that I used to play. I was ranting to somebody. There's a piece that's almost certainly copyright. There's almost certainly copyright on it. Let me just look up the name of the piece, and I'll just tell you all. Who's it by? Okay, so it's a piece of music called The Chicken by Pee Wee Ellis. And I'm just remembering playing that because I was in a jazz band for some years. And, which I don't think I've mentioned. I don't think I've mentioned that I was in a jazz band. And I remember the other players in the song, The Chicken, were not able to play this one part of it. It's like about halfway through, and it's just one trumpet, one saxophone, and one trombone playing that part. And you would think that the trumpet and the saxophone players could play the part easier and better than the fucking trombone player, but fucking no. No matter how hard they fucking practice, for some reason, they just could not play that part. And so that just left little old me, little old Osian, to play the fucking trombone part all by himself, even on the day of the concert. I still remember them having to drop out because they messed up, and so there I was fucking soloing the part, the hardest part of the fucking song. Like, okay, I get it. Like, I don't want to be a judge like, you're bad at your instrument, you should stop playing or whatever. But it's also frustrating whenever I know that I'm putting in the effort, and by the date of the concert, I'm the only one who could actually fucking play that part, you know? And so, the other two have to fucking awkwardly put down their instruments. They're like, oh, fucking whatever. They shrug. They just stop playing while everybody else is playing the little background parts. And then there I am, like, I mean, that's the main part of the song. That's not the part I'm talking about. But still, my point stands. At some point, I will do another trombone playing stream. I will try to set up my audio correctly so that way you're not getting absolutely, like, ear blasted. Here, let's turn up the music slightly. Maybe I do a stream where I try to write a new BGM as well for myself. Do something a little bit more like this. Like, almost like an old-timey ragtime feel, I think would be a nice BGM. Why have we never put on, like, proper ragtime? Hold up. I feel like ragtime would be such a good fit for my background music. Here we go. Random ragtime playlist. I don't know why I've never played ragtime during my streams. Oh, thank you for highlighting your message, Teradito. Yes, tromboner. I've heard that joke more times than I can count, because I can only count to 7. So I think I've heard it at least more than 7 times. Which is a real shame, because my favorite number is 8, but I don't know where it is. It takes so long to get there, you know? Because you got 1, yeah, 1.0000000000000. I'm gonna stop the bit right here. That's a terrible bit anyways. No, don't start coughing again, please. Please, I don't want to go back. You can't take me back there! You know what? I can't cough if I'm drinking. Cheers. There you go. That's my solution for getting rid of my cough. Okay. No, earlier I was talking about taking medication and why I hate it so much. And not just because I can't drink. I don't think I've gone too much into detail about this on stream, actually. But I'm not officially diagnosed. But I show a lot of the signs of having dysphagia. Which is whenever you have difficulty swallowing a lot of foods and a lot of things. So I actually have to be very, very particular about what I eat, because I actually cannot swallow a lot of foods. And, well, because it's also, I think it doesn't start as a biological thing, but I think it kind of is now. Where something that can cause this is whenever you just don't have a lot of mucus in your mouth. And So what I have to do is, as I'm eating a lot of foods, I have to genuinely have to have a drink next to me at all times. And after every single bite, I have to drink some kind of liquid after every single bite, or else I literally cannot swallow. Because there's just not enough, you know, moistness within my mouth. Which it actually, it first started though after a time where I properly choked to the point where I was blacking out and I had to have the Heimlich maneuver put on me. Or like I've had the Heimlich used on me before because I was going unconscious from choking. So that was fun. And ever since then, I just cannot eat a lot of foods. Which kind of sucks. It's very limiting. I feel terrible whenever I go out to eat. Especially because I can't eat steak anymore. Oh, holy shit. I miss steak so fucking badly. I'm the fucking asshole that makes it to where steakhouses have burgers on the menu. I'm the reason they do that. Because they go to the fucking steakhouse, everybody else is like, yes, I'll have the ribeye. I'll have the filet mignon. I'm like, yes, could I have the burger, please? Could I have your burger? It's like, no, fuck me. Nobody gets a fucking burger at a steakhouse. You're there for steak. It's in the fucking name. Hey, still going? Yes, I am. Turns out I am, in fact, a somewhat prolific yapper. And I am recounting the good old days of whenever I could shove cow meat down my gullet. I no longer can, and I'm so upset about it. Well, I guess I can with some cow meat, just not all of it. I'm done with myself and I can draw now. Well, Godspeed, my friend. But yeah, so that, regardless, I couldn't give up steak. Then don't have trauma like I have. There you go. There's your solution. Don't get traumatized. But yeah, so let's see. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, medication. So, because of my swallowing issues, medication can be fucking terrible to have from time to time, especially because one of the things I was prescribed, it was still just ibuprofen, but it was 800 milligrams of ibuprofen at a time in a single pill. That thing was fucking massive. Like, holy shit. Imagine you're having like a fucking Jolly Rancher and you're like, oh yeah, you gotta fucking swallow this thing whole. No, that fucking sucks. It's terrible. I got to the point where whenever I did start going back to work but still had to take my medication, I had to bring drinks to me drinks with me to work because I could not drink it with just water. I needed something like different. Like, oh, it was an awful experience. But you know what? My cough is mostly gone now. Give me just a moment, you guys. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, time to finish Gundam Epion. I want to say that's pronounced. I know absolutely jack shit about Gundam, I'm gonna be honest. Hold on, let me see what this looks like. I don't know what I was expecting because I'm looking at this and just seeing yet another Gundam and like, yep. That's a big fucking robot. It's got a tail, I think. Or is that a whip? No, it looks more like yeah, it's a whip. It's connected to the wrist. It's got a whip. I don't think they usually have that. That's cool. There we go. Alright, but let's see. What is the future of the... What is the future games I'm gonna play? Now that's what I want to talk about. Because Brosi had actually reached out to me the other day. And he was like... hold on, give me just a moment, you guys. Sorry, don't know why I got rid of the music. I need just a moment, you guys. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, pardon me. Just dealing with the after effects of being sick. Oh, like, I'm not sick anymore, but my body is still like, yeah, you underwent some shit, and we're gonna remind you of it. Oh, what was I saying? Oh, I don't fucking remember now. Oh, I was gonna talk about, Osian reached out to me, and he was like, yo, dude, I've been playing, like, Elden Ring and Elden Ring Night Rain. You gotta get it at some point. I'm like, yeah, I fucking know. I want to stream it. I'm, like, secretly, like, hoping, crossing my fingers, that he's like, oh, you want Elden Ring? Here you go. Because fucking I can't afford that shit. Let me tell you, I was supposed to be financially stable in July, and then I got sick and had to take a week off of work, so one of my paychecks got fucking split in half. So now I'm like, oh, well, there's a fuck ton of money that I'm just not receiving. That's cool. So there goes any chance of me buying Elden Ring. Let's see, because I've got like a little list of the games that I know for a fact I want to play in the future. Let me find it. Oh, that's such a good idea. I'm so glad I wrote that down. So I've got, let's see, Elden Ring I know I want to play. I know I want to play Papers, Please is on here. Disco Elysium is a game I've heard really good things about, and I'm pretty sure it's literally about an amnesiac detective. So I'm like, okay, it's literally, like, it's made for me. Hollow Knight is on here. And then a game I really gotta schedule a collab for is Ultimate Chicken Horse. Oh, that'd be such a fun stream. That'd be such a fun stream. But no, I was gonna be like, oh, let me check my bank account. Yeah, actually, I will regardless, and then I'm gonna cry. You know what? That's slightly better than I thought. That's actually better than I thought it was going to be. Not by much. It's not good. I'm gonna be honest, not great. Especially because I have to last on that until next paycheck. But you know what? It will, in fact, it will get me through the next, through the next week or so. Week and a half. Disco Elysium is beautiful. You ain't finishing it in less than a pair of months, maybe. You can check what's on discount. That's true. Because there's the summer sale going on right now, right? Hold up. Let's check. Let's look at Papers, Please. Oh, Papers, Please is actually half off. Hold up, maybe I buy that. Alright, hold up. Disco Elysium. Is 90% off? Okay, well, I'm buying Disco Elysium right now. Well, I'll do it after stream. But even so, it went from $40 to $4. Holy shit. Oh, Outer Worlds as well is really cheap right now? Is that the one I'm thinking of? I always get Outer Worlds and Outer Wilds mixed up. One of them I don't care about, and the other one I really want to play. I actually think Outer Wilds is the one I really want to play. I think Outer Worlds is the one that I've seen, and I'm like, whatever. One game I always recommend is Project Wingman. Here, I'll just take your game suggestions right now. Which unfortunately does, apparently is not, oh no, it is on sale. It's just 50% off, so it's $13. It's a flight action game. I think I've heard of this, actually. I like flying games. What about... I mean, I assume Elden Ring is still expensive as fuck. Yeah, it's still $36, even on sale. That ain't happening. I'm sorry, y'all, but unless one of y'all about to be my sugar daddy or sugar mama or sugar parental figure, then that ain't happening. Blue Infield, welcome on in, welcome. Yes, hello, fellow blue person. If I'm not mistaken, fellow blue-themed white-haired person. The Honey Pop bundle? See, I already have Honey Pop 2. I think whenever I originally played Honey Pop 1, I pirated it. I sailed the 7 seas and found it on an island of booty, if you will. Which, you know what? I will give you one guess as to who my favorite Honey Pop 1 character is. I feel like in Honey Pop 2, there's not many good options, and so I feel like my answer is the obvious one. Well, no, I've got 2 favorites. But in Honey Pop 1, if one of you guesses it in the first try, I will confirm. Otherwise, you don't get to know who my Honey Pop 1 character preference is. And now you all have an arms race, a cold war of who is going to have the burden of guessing? Who's going to be the one to pull the trigger and say, oh, it's this character. It's, I don't know, Jesse. It's not Jesse. There you go. Process of elimination. Now you've got the other, like, 11. I think there's 12. Which actually, whenever I was playing Honey Pop 2, mind you, I played both of these not by myself, but with a friend. So I played it with both hands. Just need to confirm that. And hopefully my friend had both hands too. As far as I know. But I played both of them with somebody else. One of them in a Discord call, the other one in person. And I don't know why. I felt like that's a weird experience to share with somebody. But we were like, want to play Honey Pop? Hell yeah. I guess because it's just like really corny. It's like the kind of thing that you want to experience. I actually never finished Honey Pop 2. I did finish Honey Pop 1, but not the sequel. Oh, and I cannot stand a lot of the characters in Honey Pop 2. I think so many of them are just yuck. Not my type. And then there's just 2 that absolutely are for some reason. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and give you all another cheers. I think we'll go for about 10 more minutes. So we'll end right at the 2-hour mark. We'll start planning ahead. Who are we gonna raid whenever I decide to do that eventually? Let's see. We'll do like, you know, I'll figure it out in a bit. All right, let me pull this back up. Da 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 da. But no, I was, I don't want to say dreading this stream, but I was nervous and scared to go live again for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. But now that I've actually done it, I'm like, oh yeah. I do really enjoy streaming. Momo, okay. About Momo. First of all, no, not Momo. I actually can't fucking stand Momo. I think that Momo is a despicable piece of garbage who does not deserve to exist. I cannot stand how she talks. Like, her thin little giraffe fucking neck looks like it'll be perfect for me to wrap my hands around, and not in a sexy way. And you know what? I don't care for animal girls. I don't care for cat girls. Long story short, I don't want to fuck a cat. I am not particularly sexually attracted to cats. So why do I care if this anime girl has cat ears? Hate copy pasta time? You know what? Fucking go for it. I don't care. You can quote me on this fucking shit. She's over there with her incorrect fucking grammar. She's like, Momo this, Momo that. I don't give a shit, okay? You're over there like, I hate the fact that your favorite fucking gift in the game is a goldfish in a bag. What, you're fucking gonna pop that shit open and be like, thanks for the treat. Drink that shit and just like pop the goldfish down the gullet? Or like, do you just like fucking looking at him? Either way, I don't like you, because either you're swallowing a fish whole, you're eating that shit. It's also disturbing to think about you cooking it. You're like, yeah, let me go ahead and put a goldfish on the bobby. Like, no, that's terrible. Like, are you gonna at least kill it first? But then at that point, you're just fucking killing a goldfish, and the idea of that is terrifying. Or are you like, you might even just like fish. Do you want an aquarium in our future home? Because I sure as hell don't fucking want one. Regardless, Momo is a piece of garbage character. She's my least favorite in the game, and she deserves to die. No, that is a game I will never play on stream. Actually, in general, I don't think I'll ever play like any NSFW or like quote-unquote unsay-so games on stream, I don't imagine. I know nothing about it, but this is just funny to listen to. I've been told that I should go on rants more, which is kind of crazy to me because I feel like I already rant a lot. Or like, I've been told I need to like curse more. No orc massage stream. Actually, the only reason I know about orc massage is because I believe it was Mia who told me about that game. Like, she told me a story about it with like somebody who she knew who was playing it. Oh, wait, no, I remember, but that's her story to tell. So maybe next time she's doing a Zatsu stream, I'll prod at her. I'll be like, hey, you gotta tell the orc massage story. Actually, speaking of weird combination, but speaking of Mia and prodding. Prodding is a move in the game Worms, and Mia played Worms, and that reminds me that I need to play Worms on stream. I'm gonna put that down on my list of games to play. I don't care which one, but I want to play a Worms game on stream, and bonus points if it's something where it's an open lobby and I can play with you guys. Because I'm quite the, hold on, I'm gonna say this word right. I'm gonna say this word incorrectly. I'm quite the Worms
aficionado.
Aficionado. That's how you say that word? I feel like I feel like I've usually heard aficionado. Aficionado?
Aficionado.
Really? Alright. When I get back from summer camp, I would love to play more Jackbox. I do want to play more Jackbox. In fact, I was thinking the other day. This is actually like a few days ago, very recent. Where I was thinking about like the kind of community that I even want to build and what I get out of streaming, what I want to do. And I realized that, you know, with my... Okay. There's a weird way to put it. But I realized that I am the exact kind of audience... Okay. With the exact kinds of streamers who I idolize, who I strive to be like, I'm the audience that they bring, obviously, because that's why I want to stream similarly to them. That's why I strive to be like them and build a community akin to theirs. Which made me realize that I'm essentially looking for other people like myself, if that makes sense. So I should be essentially targeting to myself, if that makes sense. And I feel like I've kind of gotten into the mindset thinking that the kind of community that I was hoping to build was not that, was something else. And I don't want to get too much into that, but I realized that I feel like I've been going about this in an incorrect direction. And that the kind of community that I'm going to build based off of me, because that's what's, you know, if I'm striving to be like those people, then I'm going to naturally get a similar audience. And if I'm their audience, then I'm going to get people similar to me. And so I think that's something that would be fun and like in a different direction than what I was expecting is to like do more of those community focused things. And I've kind of changed my mind on some things. Like maybe, okay, I know this is a betrayal of what I've said in the past, but like maybe I do make a Discord. Not that I would be active in it, but like even to just have a place like that. Then don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna be like messaging any of you. I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, we're gonna be the best of friends now. No. But I do feel like there are certain steps that I could take that would create a stronger community and go, like, bring me more fulfillment in my streaming. I'm trying to, like, tiptoe around everything so that way I'm not, like, revealing too much of, like, personal ideas that I think are just... And, you know, I'm not here to get vulnerable. That's what the can number 3 is for, and I'm only on can number 2. Speaking of which, cheers. Oh man, it's gonna get slow cooked like a frog, but yeah, find whatever's fulfilling. Write a manifest. No, I will write a manifesto. Fuck it. I'd find that fulfilling. But no, so... I could see myself doing that, potentially. I'm not gonna say anything for sure. But, like, I do want more community nights, and I do want more interaction and engagement. That's why, for the Played Up stream that I had to reschedule, I absolutely was going to, once again, have the mod where you guys can come in and order shit. And, like, we can see your names on the stream and everything. I think that's so much fun. I think that's such a great thing. Maybe I'll schedule it for... I'm gonna see if I can schedule it for Saturday the 19th. Oh, you're already trying to start fires, of course. Alright, but yes, I am gonna go ahead and end it right about here. I've been doing a lot of reflecting, and man, I kind of don't want to end now. Ah, wait, hold up. One day before I'm a year closer to... Wait, is it your birthday tomorrow? Okay, Fu, be real with me. Is that what you mean? Is it your birthday tomorrow? Oh, no? Oh, that's what you mean. On the 9th. Okay, by the 19th, it would be that. I see. Which, so your birthday would be my next scheduled D&D session because I have it every 2 weeks. I was supposed to have a D&D session today, but then fucking one of the players. Okay, so right now, with what's been going on in my D&D campaign, since some of the players haven't been able to make it consistently during the summer anyways, the people who can consistently make it have sort of split off into a splinter group. So instead of being a group of 5, it's a group of 3 right now. And then, you know, I arrived at my D&D session exactly, 12 hours ago, 9 a.m. I actually showed up a little late, but that's besides the point. So there I go, show up at my D&D session, and then the player who's hosting, he's not even awake yet, so we gotta go fucking wake him up and be like, hey, we're in your house, it's D&D time. And then the other 2 players weren't even fucking there. One of them showed up like an hour and a half late, and the other one was just like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna come. So then we all just sat down and played Cards Against Humanity instead, and I fucking lost by a landslide. I had by far the least amount of the black cards. I apparently just can't fucking play the game. Oh shit, was I rated on YouTube? Oh, hi! Hi! Thank you for telling me that I was rated on YouTube. As always, I did not have YouTube chat pulled up. Hi! Welcome on in, welcome. Oh, thank you for the raid, Reverie. It's funny because actually I was considering ending soon, and you were my top choice to raid into. So that's very ironic. Isn't that ironic? But no, welcome on in, welcome. I think we are gonna chat for a little bit longer. And you know what? We'll go ahead and do a cheers for that. So thank you, Reverie. Bottoms up, everyone. You know what? There is little enough in my can that I can chug the rest of this. Cheers. There we go. Told you so. Rev's timing on these raids. No, you know what? Out of a moral obligation, I will now stream longer. Oh shit, sorry. I will go for longer than anticipated, just that way you guys can feel like you weren't just like brought along on some sort of strange train of raids. In fact, I'm so confident we're gonna go longer that I'm going to open can number 3. Is it easier to continue chatting here instead of YouTube? I'm trying to make an effort to get better about checking YouTube chat. I'm going to, this is for me to know, I'm going to eventually set up YouTube chat on my streams once I figure out how to do that. So feel free to keep chatting over there. I will keep trying to check it. How have I been? You know what? I've been all right. Accidentally took a hiatus because I was sick and busy, but nowadays things are looking up, actually. Things are really, really good. Okay, you know what? I said can number 3 was for me to get vulnerable and sentimental, so let's at least open can number 3, and then I'll start to get vulnerable. There we are. Cheers, everyone. I'll be off for the night. Well, thank you for stopping by, Food. Thank you. You have a wonderful rest of your night. You should ask Rev. She uses some bot that works on both Twitch and YouTube. It shows the messages on the other platform, making it easier. You know what? That's a great point. In fact, I have an entire, community of people that I could ask, and I just simply haven't. You know what? That's a great idea. Why don't I just ask for help? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna write a message to remind myself to ask for help after this. Oh shit, can I not type in English anymore? I've only had 2 cans. I can't be that bad. Pardon? But let's see. Oh, what was I gonna say? I was gonna start getting vulnerable, and now I don't remember. You know, probably for the best. Now, you guys don't get me whenever I'm sad. I was talking about the hiatus. Hold on, I feel like I have to remember now. What was it? Ah! It'll come to me. It'll come to me. Oh, I remember. Just that, you know, over this last, at this point, like 8 months or so. Not, honestly, like last 9 to 10 months. I've had a lot going on behind the scenes, completely unrelated to streaming. And this has been it's been a nice foundation to rely on during these difficult times. To always feel like I got some sort of support and have like a community of people I can rely on, you know? That to know that I'm not alone and that it's okay to be yourself. And that is a message I've definitely had to learn for the sake of my own self-fulfillment. Hold on, I feel like this music is too happy-go-lucky. Let me go back to the other one. This one's at least a little bit more chill. Yeah, it's definitely, it's been a lot. And even now, I've still been dealing with some of the after effects of everything. It's actually why the other day I randomly tweeted out as like a weight has been lifted because I'm just about done dealing with everything, and I'm trying to like word this while keeping some sense of privacy. It's just been a lot, you know? Glad you feel that you have that. It can be hard to accept sometimes, but once you do, it feels like at least a bit of that weight can be lifted. Yeah, the timing of the saying "a weight has been lifted" in my comment. Yeah, it's actually insane timing. But you can check, and I did tweet that a few days ago. If you ever get your gallbladder taken, that also feels less weight. I see. I will keep that in mind. You know what? I see. Whenever I'm budgeting, I always like to consider myself as having like $10,000 more because I have a kidney I could sell. So, like, if I ever need that emergency fund, I'm sure somebody will take my kidney. I don't think I fucked it up that bad yet. But no, you know, I gotta drink more before I'm about to get like this. I'm about to be like seriously like sob yapping, which I'd like to apologize because apparently whenever I did my I think it was my last web fishing stream some months ago, apparently I got like I blacked out, so I don't remember, but apparently I got really emotional during that. Hopefully I didn't say anything that I would have regretted saying. I did not go through and look through it. But I apologize because I like to be very particular about getting like this, you know? Sorry to hear that and hope things get better for you. Remember, we're always here for you, and I'm sure others, including former coworkers, will be there for you as well. And they have, and you guys have as well. And I cannot thank you enough. I don't even know what gets in my head someday whenever I decide, you know, there are definitely times where I get in my own head a lot. I'm like, I can't do this. I'm not good enough for this. I should just, like, do something different with my time and stop wasting other people's time, you know? Such is the life of somebody who struggles with anxiety, and man, I'm like really opening up. Holy shit. Arane, welcome on in, welcome. You've come here just in time for me to be, you know, fucking what? Is this trauma dumping? Am I trauma dumping on you all? I think I'm about to. Because I've definitely been in what I would consider... Oh, Arana, your name's Green Screen 2 for whatever reason. I do not understand why. But I've definitely been in what I would consider toxic situations in the past. And ones that very negatively impacted my self-worth. But I have since removed myself from that, you know? I've done my best to move forward past all of that. And I know I'm better off for it, but you know, the struggle of it all is still, it doesn't go away in a day. It doesn't go away after any, like, I know it will after a long enough period of time, but it hasn't been long enough yet, you know? I think that's a common thought many have, that imposter syndrome can hit hard, but you just gotta latch on to those feelings that are those who show up and want to watch your streams. You can always build up. Yeah, oh, and I've struggled with a severe imposter syndrome, not just because of my own mental problems, but also because I still remember being a Nexus fan before getting into Nexus. There are still chatters who, like, I recognize from the same period where I was just a Nexus chatter. Like, I think I've mentioned before that I was there for, like, Clotho's debut live. I was there for the Nexus debuts. And that's because, at the time, they had, like, the auditions open. And I was like, I want to see what this is about. I want to, like, actually learn about this, see if this is something I want to be a part of. So I got into the closed beta for the Annie Live debut. And I quickly realized, like, oh, I actually do really enjoy this. I like this and I want to be a part of it. There's a lot of really amazing, cool people here that I would love to, like, try to make content with, because at that point, I had been making content for a few years, but even still, I greatly looked up to a lot of these people. And to actually get in, and to actually now be able to consider these people like my colleagues and my friends, it's still weird for me over a year later, because even if my year anniversary is coming up soon, I've now known these people for a year. I've known the Nebulink people for a year and months now. That's awesome. I think I missed you talking about being there in chat so early on. Yeah, I was there from the beginning. I was in Clotho's chat. I was in a lot of people's chat. I actually checked out. I saw a stream from at least every single Genesis talent. Even only one. I only ever saw him stream once. But I was even there for an Alvin stream. That's how you know that I was there from real early on. I feel like I'm giving too many hints as to who I might be. Now you could all, like, go through, like, all the different streams and be like, who was there for every single talent at least once? You could, in fact, I would not be surprised if somebody were to... What's the word I'm looking for? Like, reverse engineer everything and discover what my Annie Live username was. So I gotta ask, did it help with your imposter syndrome when you found out you got accepted? I imagine that was another weight off your shoulders, feeling like, yes, I was acknowledged. No, it made it infinitely worse. And I still remember, oh, the imposter syndrome was actually at its worst at its worst whenever I first met some of the Nebulink people. I'm trying to remember who I met the first night. Because I remember I was so excited to meet all the Nebulink people. And I remember it was actually me originally who suggested. I was like, I reached out to management. I was like, hey, so since we just got the server, literally the same day that we all got into the Discord server with all the Nebulink people, I was like, since we just got here, I know that orientation's in a few days, and I know that we're supposed to be professional in a few days or whatever, but are we allowed to talk to the other talents now? Can we VC if we wanted? And they were like, yeah, I don't see why not. I was like, oh. So I still remember the exact GIF that I put. It was a fucking like a little beagle dog turning around and it just said VC question mark. And I put that in chat and people were like, hell yeah. And I'm trying to remember who all was there. I remember Mocha was there. Rosalie was there. Percy was there. Perseus Mavros. And I want to say there was one other person there, but I can't remember who. Ah, why can I not remember who? But I remember I met like, I remember meeting Mocha, Rosalie, and Percy immediately. I think it might have been Charlie. And I just remember them talking about all their skills and like showing off like, oh, look at all this amazing art that I do. And like, oh, I do this and I do that and I do that and that and that. And then talking about all their experience and all of their skills and everything. And I think that was when my imposter syndrome got the worst. Because there I was. My skills were being opinionated and occasionally funny. That's it. That's what I had going for me. And I was immediately like, oh, am I in over my head? Do I belong here? These people are far more talented and equipped and able to do this than I am. That was a terrifying experience. You can see why now, because there's a pressure now, even though they're colleagues, it feels like a competition since you can see what others are doing and stuff. Yeah, exactly. Like, these are the exact same people who I was debuting with. What did I walk in on? I'm, like, trauma dumping, I think. I think that's how this works. But you know what? You know what always makes trauma dumping a little bit softer on the ears? A drink. So cheers. Waves, yes, Waves back. Welcome on in, welcome. Wrong? Whooping makes it soft? Okay. I'll let you choose. Big dog or soft dog? Or medium-sized dog, I guess, is an option now. I've heard many VTubers in particular talk about similar issues, probably since they usually debut in groups or waves. So it happens often that someone might feel that way. Yes, and I know I certainly felt that way. Here, and it's Axelos. I'm afraid, but go big or go home? Okay, I'll be a big dog for you. I'm so sorry for any raiders who are still here, by the way. I promise this is, unfortunately a common occurrence during my streams, and you just have to get used to it or get out. Here we go. There you go. That's what you get. There's my impression of a big dog, as there I am riding my electric scooter by the picket fence, and the fucking dogs decide to stick their little head through the fence and bark at me. Those little fucking assholes. Don't they know I'm listening to music? Don't they know I'm listening to my favorite streamer? No, this has been really nice. So, I think it's one of those things that can only go away with time as you start to come into your own being. Like, everyone is unique and personally, even before your debut, you showed a lot of personality that I think was very relatable. Well, that's good. Well, my personality before debut was, I don't know how Twitter works. And by the way, that was not a bit. I think one of my first ever tweets, I want to find this actually. Can I go back and find my first tweet? I'm like going all the way back. I think here, I'm gonna find my first ever tweet right now. Oh, I'm scrolling back. I recognize a lot of these super old tweets. If I just... I'm like looking, searching through my account, searching through words that I think were on. No, I don't think that's gonna work. Okay, wait, no, there was a picture in my first ever tweet. So if I find that picture in my media... Well, no, I can just scroll all the way to the bottom and then see whatever the first picture was. Yep, a lot of this was really old shit. Keep scrolling, keep scrolling, keep scrolling. Okay, how do I just find, like, the normal tweet of this? Not pin, not highlight. I know there's a way. Wait, okay, hold on. If I take the link to this post, copy link, go. Okay, that brings me to the post. Okay. Wow. Oh, this is a fucking flashback. Alright, I found my first original ever Twitter post. And I put, you know, immediately start with my intro. Oh, wait. At nexus.live doesn't exist anymore. Or _live. But like, behold, it is I, yada yada yada. Arrived on the scene to solve my greatest case yet. So, what button do I press to tweet? That was not a bit. Before joining Nexus, I had never tweeted before. I had a Twitter account, but I only used it to like things. So I genuinely did not know how to operate Twitter. That was not a bit. And I remember downloading Twitter on my phone and genuinely spending like 10 minutes trying to just learn how to navigate it. Same? Yeah, Leonic, I remember you getting Twitter because I was fucking there and you were tweeting like a madman. I remember seeing how you fucking tweeted. I genuinely felt like I was letting a rabid dog into a meat shop, into a fucking butcher's playground, and just watching it go around, just sniff around and gobble up all the different meats, just seeing the chaos unfold. But yeah, very relatable. I see. Is that a common thing to not know how Twitter works? Even the owner doesn't know how Twitter works? Yeah, that's why it's always fucking going down. Gonna give me imposter syndrome for accidentally copying you? The fuck you mean by that? Don't copy me. I am one of the last people you should be copying when it comes to streaming. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Next is forcing you to learn how to use Twitter. Another mark against them forcing you onto the house game. No, I definitely, it's... I do enjoy being on here. As crazy as that sounds, it is a fucking cesspool. And I remember whenever I first made my Twitter account, and it just seeing an unfiltered For You page was terrible. It was awful. I hated it. Oh shit, I accidentally pinned your message. You ever just accidentally pin a message? Unpin. That was a misclick. There we go. No, but it genuinely was fun, and it still is fun. I doom scroll on Twitter a lot nowadays. And I like to think I somewhat vaguely know how it operates nowadays. Here, tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead. At this point, I'm on a fucking roll. I don't see myself stopping anytime soon. I was gonna go for only 2 hours. It's been 2.5, and I'm like, yep, we're fucking doing this. So give me just a moment. I'm gonna go to my intermission scene. I will be back in a few minutes because I do in fact need to attend a detective meeting. All right, hello. I should be back. Hold up, I'm gonna scoot my chair up a little bit. Give me, yeah. There we go. Rio has its uses. Can be great, but sometimes having to go through the trouble of marking everything not interested in this post just to fix your For You page is annoying. I think the only time I do not interested in this post is whenever I get anything NSFW, because I strictly avoid anything NSFW on my Twitter page. I don't want to see that stuff. Just Get it out of here. Gonna start joking about you passing out again? No, I was just... Look, my seal has been broken is all. Which actually, I still entirely remember whenever I learned the phrase breaking the seal. Which is a weird thing to, like, talk about, a weird story to tell. But I remember I went on a boys trip over to New Orleans. And it was me and, like, 7 of my closest friends. We all went over to New Orleans and just fucking partied for like 3 days straight. It was so good. It was not during Mardi Gras, unfortunately. I do really want to go to Mardi Gras someday. But no, we went there, which is why I have a few shot glasses from Bourbon Street. They've got like the Bourbon Street label and everything. Fucking love Bourbon Street. I feel like anybody who knows me, like, I'm sure you're not surprised that I think that Bourbon Street is fucking heaven on earth. I still remember all of us sitting down and having a very academic conversation on whether or not we should go to a strip club. Which we didn't, mind you. Well, I think some of us tried to, and then one of them got them kicked out immediately. But I didn't go in. What exactly is breaking the seal? Is it about after drinking ton? Yeah, so essentially, allow me to describe this as scholarly as possible. There's a human necessity known as urination. And whenever you drink a lot of alcohol, it happens at a more frequent propensity than usual. And breaking the seal refers to that first time that you engage in urination upon intoxicating yourself. And henceforth, you engage in urination more often. Once you start, now it's like every 20 minutes you have to go. Exactly! There you go. That's it. You got it. Nice going, champ. Speaking of, cheers. Thought it was an entirely different thing. Who knows? Maybe I'm fucking wrong. Maybe I've been misinformed my entire life. You going to make me drink tonight? Fucking go for it. You are not wrong. Got it. Definitely understand it now. I never thought about that, since I usually try my best to hold off as long as possible anyways. I see, I see. Here, I'm gonna send a message real quick. Give me just a moment, you guys. Alright, sorry about that. Ship is incoming. Okay, this might be my own stupidity or inebriation, but what do you mean? Whenever I'm... Maybe this is because I just watched Ruby. Whenever I hear the word ship right now, I'm just thinking, oh, people fucking. People smooching. They're just like... Oh, you're a pirate. Gotcha. And here I was thinking that people were gonna... Yeah, okay, there you go. Now we're on the same wavelength. Now we're on the same page. We're on the same treasure map, so to speak, Mr. Vladov. Whenever you were like, "Oh, the ship is coming," I was like, "Okay, fucking, I'll bend over, I guess. Let's do it." I has a boat. I don't fucking give a damn about your boat. I'm not going sailing. You're not getting me on the fucking open water. I say that I've been on the open water before. I've been on a cruise ship before even. But that took a lot of convincing, and let me tell you, I'm coming to you with my boat. Ah, got you. But Cthulhu is lonely? My bad. Oh, hold on. It's like Cthulhu, or however it's pronounced. I don't care how you want me to pronounce it, Howard. Howard Phillip. No, though I do think that the story of the Call of Cthulhu is very fascinating. And like, what's the name of the city? It's like Relay or something? Or is that the language? But regardless, like the non-Euclidean geometry described. Yeah, and there you go, Leonix. Speaking in whatever fucking conlang you got there. I don't give a damn about fucking... about Goodwill Davy Jones, okay? I don't give a shit. Look. Oz, I'm literally going to read the Call of Cthulhu short story next stream, buddy. Oh, wait, that's actually a cool as hell stream idea. What? Actually, okay. A part of me, if I was not busy on July 4th, I ended up being busy, but if I was not, I wanted to do a stream where I just read the Constitution. I thought that would have been a really funny stream idea. But yeah, did Leonix just cast voodoo magic on us? I do believe that's part of the... I think it's part of the chant to, like, summon Cthulhu. Am I mistaken? Okay, sorry, I just got irrationally angry again because, fun fact for you, even though the YouTube stream is not delayed, my visual of the YouTube stream is delayed, and it just brought up Honey Pop again, back whenever we spoke about that, like, 40 minutes ago, and now I'm irrationally angry because I see that they brought up Momo from Honey Pop, and you know what? I'm now intoxicated enough to tell you all who my Honey Pop character of choice is. From the first game, at least. My character of choice from the first Honey Pop game is Celeste, the alien girl. I will not elaborate. No further comments. That's all I'm going to say. Talking about best girl makes me have to ask, have you played the Horse Girl game? I actually mentioned this earlier. No, and I refuse. I will not play your fucking gotcha idol horse garbage. I mean, I'm sure it's actually a fun game. But yeah, now the Uma Musume again. Yeah, see, it keeps being brought up fucking everywhere. To the point where it's brought up in this stream fucking twice. No, I'm not touching your fucking horse game. I don't give a damn. I'm not playing Uma Musume, and you cannot convince me to. Unless you're, like, paying me. Unless you're gonna, like, give me some money. You give me some money, then maybe. And no, I'm not spending it on the game. I don't even know if the game has microtransactions. But if it does, I'm not spending it on the game. Like, for some reason, Q really charmed me. Though Aiko is a close second. Aiko's... Okay, I know about this horse called, like, Bakushin. And she's got a fucking song that goes like, Bakushin, Bakushin, Bakushin. And she keeps fucking repeating it. I keep hearing that fucking song. I don't give a damn, Bakushin. More like Bakushit. I don't fucking give a damn. Get out of my fucking head. But no, Yeah, I was talking about Honey Pop Girls again. Q and Aiko. Aiko are really great. And blue-haired girl is Peak. I think her name is Nikki? Is that right? Let me look it up. Honey Pop. Yeah, Nikki. Look, anybody who disagrees whenever I say that Celeste is top is wrong. You know, something I've been considering I very frequently discuss adult topics, and now I'm discussing an NSFW game. I really should start putting like 18 plus in my stream titles, but I'm worried. There's a genuine worry that if I start putting 18 plus in my stream titles, that people will expect that I'm only 18 plus, right? That they're like, oh, yeah, let me go into the stream and then he's gonna be fucking thwacking it, right? Like, no. I don't want to have any kind of misconception like that. And I will not ever be a LootTuber. I refuse to be a LootTuber. I'm not interested in that. I don't want that kind of audience. It's the exact same reason why I don't have an NSFW tag. Because that is something that I am, like, I'm not going to say, oh, don't make NSFW or don't do this or that or that. If everybody involved is okay with it and if whatever. I don't give a damn about you actually doing it. But I personally am not okay with the idea of making NSFW art of me, right? I don't want people to be depicting me in that way. I don't want people over there gooning to me, so to speak. Which is why, like, I don't have an NSFW art tag. I don't want that. And I will never be a LootTuber. And I'm scared that I will create the impression that I am one. And that is the audience that I want to build if I do start putting 18 plus. That's why over on Twitch, I've got the fucking warnings. What does it say? If I open up my channel? It says, intended for certain audiences. And it says, may contain drugs, intoxication, or excessive tobacco use, significant profanity or vulgarity, and sexual themes. Not all of that stuff is included, but I have to include all of it if I want to include some of it. Because, like, I don't smoke. I'm not going to do excessive tobacco use, but I have to include that because I am, in fact, going to be intoxicated. Speaking of which, cheers. Honestly, most of them are pretty good in the first game. The second game's cast is terrible. I hate so many of them. Wait, I can click the knock button on myself? Oh, wait, no. It says you cannot call in to join your own stream. Damn. And here I was fucking ready to investigate. Like, what happens if I try to click the knock button and collab with myself? We don't even speak about the Cam Studio one. I only vaguely know about it in the first place. Oz, will you play Furry Shades of Gay 2 on stream? I unfortunately did say earlier that I will not be playing any NSFW games, and I can only imagine that that's an NSFW game. And at the very least, it certainly sounds like it would be one. Which is why I will not be playing Orc Massage. I'm very sorry to tell you all. I'm sure it's a great game, but I will not be playing it on stream. But off stream, oh yeah. Even if it wasn't, the name alone is. Yeah, like I don't want to be like, hi guys. Wait, hold on. Let me do the YouTuber voice. What's up, YouTube? Today we're gonna be playing Furry Shades of Gay 2, and I'm gonna be pounded by a fursona? I don't know. I'm not a furry. I don't know about their culture. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead, say something maybe, I don't know, is this controversial? This is a furry positive environment. If you want to be a furry, go for it. I don't fucking care. You're like, oh, that anthropomorphic rainbow dash is something that I want to stick my dick in or have their dick stuck into me. I don't care. Do it. Go for it. That said, I myself am not a furry. I would admit if I were one. Now, do they know how to make some damn good art from time to time? Sure. But then I'm like, too much fur. Like, you know, I'm never gonna look at a Pokemon and like, you know, like, damn, you know, like, sheesh. He prefers slimy scales? Oh, absolutely fucking not. Nah, give me the Lopunny any day. Don't give me that Bruxish. I still can't believe what they did with What? Hold it, we're fucking in sync! Your comments keep matching up exactly what I'm saying. What the fuck is going on? But yeah, no, the Lopunny Mega Evolution, okay. I'm not a furry. But look, okay, they knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. They were like, yes, so we looked at the popularity of Gardevoir, and I mean, hey, it fucking worked the first time, so what will you know, fucking slap on the ripped tights? Oh. No further comments, of course. Straight up, just let whoever designed that to put their personal furry fetish into it. Absolutely. 100%. And I have a hydration redeem, and I still have some water. So, cheers. Oh shit, I have a stretch? I have to stand up? No, I don't. I can stretch my arms. Nothing said that was against the rules. Oh, get a nice arm stretch. And then I need to chase my water. I'm like stretching so hard that I'm trying to rip my arm off. Ah, shit. To 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. I heard that? What did you hear? What was I not supposed to say? Yeah, I heard what? Nothing happened? Yeah, did something happen? Now I'm confused. Did I say something bad? Did I say something wrong? Anyways, let's go ahead and chase the water. Cheers. Must have been the wind. Chasing your water, also the fucking mean stretching your arms is not against the rules. It's not! It's a fucking stretch! I don't need to stand up to stretch. I'm the one who fucking made the redeem. So I can decide. I'm like, I don't want to fucking stand up right now. I'm gonna fucking just stretch my arms instead. I could even stretch my back while sitting down if I wanted. You forget, I'm the boss here. You all work for me. Oh shit. I gotta pull up the music I had before. Hold up. Yep, nope. I'm on it. I'm on it. Here, Leonate, do you want high or low cowboy voice? I'll let you decide. Do you want the high pitched yeehaws or the low? You want the low. You want me to go sexy cowboy. Got it. Okay, hold up. Let me try, like... Trying to see what might be a good pick for this voice. Alright, let's see this one. This ain't fucking laid back. What are you on about? Whatever. Well, howdy there, partners. We're gonna go ahead and do this voice for the next 2 minutes. What in the Ram Ranch? You know what? That's a good idea. Why don't we go ahead and read the lyrics to Ram Ranch? Fantastic song, by the way. Absolutely adore myself a good old Ram Ranch. What do you mean we got another? Oh, holy shit. Oh, what the fuck, Leonic? We're really doing this for 8 minutes? Holy shit. I guess we're gonna go ahead. Wait, why'd I look up Ram Ranch and it gave me a book instead of a song? Holy shit. Wait, is there actually a song about, or actually a book about Ram Ranch? Holy shit. There's a book by Grant McDonald, author of Ram Ranch. What in the absolute hell? I cannot believe this is an actual real thing. And it costs how much on Amazon.com? The audio CD for the book of Ram Ranch costs $25.07. That is absolutely wild. I cannot believe that's a real thing. Let me go ahead and look up the lyrics to Ram Ranch now. And we got this for the next 6.5 minutes, so hope y'all are ready. I'm so sorry about this. I really should set a limit on that redeem, shouldn't I? Oh, holy shit. Do I? You know what? I'll give you the first chorus. I will exclusively give you the first chorus. Please have mercy on my soul. Whatever deity may be watching from above, please realize that this was not my doing, it was not my choice. I did not want to be here in front of you today, in front of all of you today, over here saying the lyrics of Ram Ranch in this fucking voice. I gotta set my 6-minute timer, holy shit. Alright. Blessed be whatever deity, please have mercy on my soul. 18 naked cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch. Big hard. Doobie, thanks for the resubscribe. Big hard throbbing cocks wanting to be sucked. Oh shit, why am I saying this? This is one of the worst decisions I've ever made in my fucking life. 18 naked cowboys wanting to be fucked. Cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch, on their knees wanting to suck cowboy cocks. Ram Ranch really rocks. That's it. That's all you get. And I still got another 5 fucking minutes, and I ain't got the slightest clue what I'm gonna be saying for the next 5 minutes in this fucking voice. Please do not give me any ideas. Clip it, please. Be the change you want to see in this world. You know what? That's something that I've come to realize, is that sometimes you gotta accept responsibility and realize if there's something that you want done, in the words of a egotistical maniac from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you just gotta, you know, fine, I'll do it myself. You know, that whole line, that whole spiel that he goes on about. Sometimes you just gotta make that change, be that man in the mirror, as, you know, my good old pal MJ liked to say. If you want it clipped, you gotta clip it yourself. Holy shit, how am I only? I'm like not even halfway done with this fucking voice. I gotta set a fucking timer on that. But here's the problem with that. I'll go ahead and let you all in on a little bit of a secret. I unfortunately only very briefly learned how Twitch worked and redeems worked, and I only learned about it so that way I can make redeems. Otherwise, I ain't got the slightest clue how any of that garbage works. so I could not set a fucking timer on it if I wanted to. I do not know how. Whenever I talk about how absolutely tech illiterate I am, I wish it were a bit, but I'm gonna be honest, it's absolutely not. Which, the wildest thing to me is the fact that at my work, at my detective duties, we don't have an in-person IT department or anything. And so I'm actually considered the IT department. I'm considered the IT department at my work because I'm the only one who quote-unquote knows technology. But what that really means is that I'm bad enough at technology that I've had to learn how to fucking troubleshoot. You bet your sweet fucking ass I know how to look up online exactly how to solve all my problems, because I've had so many problems throughout my many years on this good old green god blessed earth that I know how to look something up. I know how to use the fucking Google in order to fix them all up. And so my boss can be like, hey Osian, I got myself a problem over here. Like, alright, let me go ahead, I'll take a look at it. Pulls out my phone. How do I fix this problem? Oh shit, there's the answer right there after I put in a few specific keywords. It's okay, I think I'm the only person at my work who knows what a fucking HDMI is, so I think that actually does give me the status of being the guy who knows technology, but honestly not a hard bar to jump over, It is clipped, well fucking damn it. There I go, immortalizing shit that I really wish wasn't immortalized, but you know what? Such is the way of this world, ain't it? Of this modern age where we've got internet, we got people who are listening to every single fucking word you say. You say that and you already know it's there forever. And it's kind of nice in a strange way, that our words are gonna live long beyond us. Because let's be honest, the internet, it's here to stay. And this, what we're making right now, these are our gravestones. These are gonna be what people can see us for, what they'll remember us by. Now, will Twitch last that long? Will YouTube last that long? I ain't entirely sure. But at the very least, for the foreseeable future, this is my little footprint on this earth. Because God knows I'm not leaving another one. Funny thing is, that's exactly how a lot of tech people troubleshoot as well. Went to the Apple Store for an issue and they just Googled fixes for the issue and just went through them all. I mean, hey, you know what? Maybe I'm qualified to work with Apple then. You know what? Maybe Steve Jobs can give me one of them jobs that he's named after. Good fellow, that man. Hope he's doing well. I actually don't know if he was a good fellow. I'm just saying that for the bit. Here, let me give you my best Av real quick. There you go. That wasn't necessarily in the yeehaw voice that you were promised, but you know what? Exceptions can be made. I don't think he'll be giving anyone a job anytime soon. You know what? Something I think about every now and again. Maybe this is a little bit of a morbid topic, but it comes to mind regardless. Is that in the event that someday we learn how to revive people from the grave, we learn to bring... Alright, I can stop that voice. Let's say hypothetically, we learn how to bring people back from the realm of Hades, right? For those people, because they've not had consciousness at all, it'll be like they had their final moments and then instantly got brought back. Right? Like, instantly. Isn't that, like, it's kind of reassuring in a way almost. Where it's like, if I'm ever gonna be brought back, I'll know immediately after I, supposedly pass on. Like, that is something that will be immediately known to me. Even if it's been, 17,000 years. Because in that point, time has no meaning to me. I do not experience time anymore. It'll go by in an instant. But it's also terrifying in a way, right? To think that we are outside of time in that state. Sorry, now I am getting into that existential dread. And you know what? I'm not drunk enough to be existential like that, so cheers. Who is the funniest person you think could be brought back? My first immediate response is Edward Norton, which I only know of because of a fucking... Wait, hold on, that is his name, right? Let me look up. Edward Norton. Oh, wrong Edward Norton. Hold on, what's... Edward Norton's the fucking actor. Hold on, who am I thinking of? His name was Joshua Norton. My bad. Edward Norton's the fucking actor. I'm thinking of wrong Norton. Joshua Abraham Norton, also known as Emperor Norton, who I only know of because of a Salmonella video. Thanks, Sam. He was a crazy guy in San Francisco who one day decided, yep, I'm Emperor of the United States. And a few people thought he was funny enough to believe him. But what I think is really funny about it is the fact that he said a lot of things that were like, this is my decree as Emperor of these United States of America. And then those things later actually happened. And so I think it'd be really funny to see what the aftermath of that would be. No, Edward Norton's fucking from Fight Club. What am I on about? Yeah, I'm gonna scoot up in my chair a little bit more. He was a prophet all along? Yeah, he was! He fucking predicted the Golden Gate Bridge. He fucking, predicted, the United Nations and NATO and shit. Like, those are actual things that, like, he was like, yeah, we gotta do this. And then everybody laughed at him like he was a fucking idiot. And then it actually happened. And Hulk, oh yeah, he was, he did play Bruce Banner in the original Incredible Hulk film. Well, not original, but like, you know, the original MCU one. Even though it's like kind of like weird, nobody actually like talks about it as an MCU film. You know, I'm surprised at the fact that, like, recently I've been, like, wanting to engage in the Marvel Cinematic Universe again. I wasn't expecting to ever be interested in it again ever after the last MCU film that I was excited about genuinely was Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And I actually remember I was so excited about it that I was taking a walk at night and I was in a Discord call with a friend and I was explaining all of the MCU movies. And I remember a police officer stopping me and questioning me. He's like, hey, what are you doing talking or like, what are you doing walking around at night wearing mostly black? That's just my fashion. I just wear a lot of black. And I had to explain to the police officer, oh, I'm just talking to a friend about the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Well, you know what? They let me go. They were fine. They were like, okay, yeah, you don't have anything on your background. They did a background check on me and everything. They were like, okay, yeah, you should be hopefully fine. Go off. Do your thing. But, yeah, anyways, then I watched the movie and realized it was absolute fucking dog water piss shit. And I haven't been excited for an MCU film since. But maybe... Okay, now, though, I'm actually interested in the new Fantastic Four film. Like, genuinely. Between that and the new James Gunn Superman film, I'm actually excited about this shit. Like, I want to see... Oh my goodness! Okay, about fucking Uma Musume again. I keep getting Twitch notifications right now, and multiple people I follow on Twitch are fucking streaming this game. It's wild it even got to a background check for something like that. Random stops aren't legal in your state. What fucking happened? Is that actually not legal? Huh. Well, regardless, it fucking happened. They fucking stopped me and they questioned me. Interesting. I did not know that. No, I'm very excited about the Fantastic Four film. I am very iffy on the casting of Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic. I think all the other castings are great. Vanessa Kirby, Ebon Moss-Bachrach, I think it's pronounced. Joseph Quinn. I'm totally cool with all of them. They can't hold you. Oh, they didn't hold me. They just questioned me on the street. Like, literally, they just pulled over and questioned me right then and there. But no, Pedro Pascal's the only one I'm a little bit worried about. But, you know, he is a good actor. I think the problem is just that because he's kind of everywhere right now, he's been in a lot of things recently, that all I see is him, and I'm just worried that that'll always be the way. You could have kept walking. Yeah, but I just don't even want to bother. Since you were walking all black at night, they might have some way to say it's fun to suspect something. Yeah, and like, you know, I'm not gonna say, well, especially because I was like kind of like walking like behind, like in parking lots and behind buildings and shit to avoid main roads. Like, I could definitely see how that seems suspicious. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest, at the time, I did live in a really shady neighborhood to the point that there was actually one time where I was walking in that neighborhood and this is the only time I think I've been properly threatened. Where I had a guy who was like standing outside of presumably their own house, and he was wearing a mask. I was walking around at about 3 a.m. and he was like, oh, fucking, I'm gonna fucking gut you. I'm gonna stab you. I'm gonna fucking murder you. And like, he was saying all this shit while wearing a mask. I'm gonna be honest, I just didn't even look his direction, just kept walking. I just completely fucking ignored him. Because I figured giving him any kind of attention would be like feeding into what he was trying to achieve. I just pretended like I didn't hear him. But that is a situation I've been in before, so that was fun. It's almost always best to just ignore and keep moving, and that's exactly what I did. But you know what? It was that exact same night that convinced me to buy a knife. And it's the exact same knife that I've shown off in some of my streams before. Here, hold up. There we are. The exact same knife. I've like this really beautiful Damascus steel knife. And I got that specifically after that walk. Whenever I was like, yeah, I do live in a really shady neighborhood. I probably should bring some kind of protection around. If you aren't called by name in any neighborhood, then don't look around or acknowledge them. Yeah, no, that's kind of what I already try to do. Be on high alert, of course, and sometimes it's the opposite, and not giving them attention makes them lash out. Trust me, I was fucking ready just in case. Like, I was like, well, I wasn't directly looking at him. I was absolutely kind of giving him the side eye. And I was like on the other side of the street, not paying attention, so I doubt he noticed it. But like, I was like, kind of like just looking over there like, is he gonna try to pull some shit? Cause, you know, the last thing I want is for him to start running at me while I have my back turned. Oh, I still have this music on. Let me get this on now. We already did the yeehaw voices. Holy shit, I've now gone for an hour longer than intended. You know what? I feel like that raid was now officially worth it. So I'm gonna, once I finish this drink is whenever we're gonna call it. I don't know when that will be. I genuinely, if I decided to chug it, no, I'm only about halfway through my third can. Speaking of which, cheers. Though it is getting a little bit late, and I do have work tomorrow, and I gotta shower still. No. I will finish this drink at the very least. Worth it even if you had stopped when you had planned to. It was nice to hang out and chat for however long, but thanks for staying extra time. Well, I'm glad that it would have been worth it regardless. Though, admittedly, I was already kind of considering going longer just because I was already getting in a groove. I think I was going to set that limit for myself just because I was nervous about getting back into the swing of things. But now that I'm actually here and just doing it, now I'm just, quote unquote, just fucking streaming, end quote. That, you know, it's really nice to be back. I didn't particularly choose to stop streaming, but I had to make an active decision to return to it, if that makes sense. No matter what, I was always going to return to it because I still have obligations. I still have things that I need to do before I would ever stop streaming. But I won't even lie to you all. I was like, I'm really enjoying not having that, like, pressure right now. But I think that's just because over these last 2 weeks I have, outside of being sick, I've had a lot going on and a lot to think about. And that just all kind of piled on with the rest. And I want to say it was some kind of projection, you know? Where my other issues that were happening made me project onto streaming and say, well, I don't want to do anything. I want to just avoid everything. I want nothing more than to just sit at home and do nothing. But that's not true. Whenever I'm actually in a good state of mind, I want to do this. Now, I have to remember that sometimes. Sometimes a break is all you need, then you gain some clarity on what you really want. I just worry that one day I'll take a break and I'll be in the wrong mindset and think that I want something that I don't, you know? But at the very least, I've got things that I need to do now. And I know I want this, so I'm going to continue to do this. And you know what? Since I need to get through this drink regardless, I'll drink to that. There we are. I still can't believe I've been going for over 3 hours at this point. That was... I remember somebody asked me, oh, so how long do you think you're going to stream today? And I was like, oh, maybe like an hour and a half. Maybe 2 hours if I feel like pushing it a little bit. You know, I almost decided to make this a web fishing stream, but I decided, like, no, for my first stream back, I want to do a chatting, but I do really enjoy web fishing. It's a great game, and it makes for a great Zatsu experience, you know? I want to find more games like that, where I feel like instead of it being a long-running series, something like, you know, I have my XCOM, and I still need to return to Fire Emblem, and I had, like, Dredge and Jump King. Games that I return to often, and, like, games that have a definitive end. I need more games like Valheim that I can just, like, throw on. And that, like, you don't need to have caught all the other streams, or, like, you don't need to know the game, right? You can just sit back and enjoy the fun times, enjoy the conversation. Or maybe, like, I want to do more community games. I want to do more Jackbox and such. Eventually. Do I only have that one Jackbox pack right now? I think so. Let me find it. Yeah, okay. Are the Jackbox party packs on sale? Oh, shit. Shut up. Shut up, Steam. They are on sale, but they're still expensive. Oh. Some of them are a little bit cheaper right now. Maybe, wait, there's a party pack. Oh, wait. No, party pack 11 coming out later this year, it looks like. No, I gotta look into buying more of those. Have you ever played 7 Days to Die? It's a zombie survival game, but it also never ends technically. I've played it for a little bit. I remember playing it with some, with some online friends that I knew for just a bit. So I haven't played it a whole bunch. I think that I would want to stick with one survival game at a time, but that's also not a bad choice for a future survival game. But like, someday I'll actually like get through the quote-unquote end of Valheim by beating all the bosses and getting all the end game gear. It's a game that was in alpha for like 10 plus years and people thought was a scam, then they finished it. I did not know that actually. But no, I do own 7 Days to Die. Good game, good game. I should like look through. Oh, a game that I really want to get. I'll get it someday. Is Another Crab's Treasure, which is like that like crab aquatic Souls-like game. Like, oh, I really want to get that game. Yeah, I missed when it was in alpha because it was like $7 on Steam. Now it's a full price game. I got it back whenever it was $7, so I guess I got it whenever it was in alpha. Oh, you know what? Which makes sense because last time I played it was surely many, many years ago. Has to at least been 5 years ago. I don't see it being any more recently than 5 years ago. So, wait, when did the alpha come out? Or when did the full game come out then? When did 7 Days to Die come out? Full game, I'll look up. Full game come out. The full version was released in 2024. Wow. Yeah, July 25th of 2024. I was definitely playing it far before then. Yeah, they only finished it like a few years ago, so it might be worth just checking out once you finish Valheim to see what's new. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember what's old. It's been long enough that I don't remember jack fucking shit about that game. Alright, we're gonna go for 10 more minutes, so we're gonna go to the 3.5 hour mark. That's what I've decided right now. Then once we hit that, we're done. We're donezo. 7 Days to Die came out on Xbox in 2013. It was in alpha for 11 years. That is insane. That is a wild amount of dedication to the developers of that game. Oh man, 11 years on a single fucking project. I can't even imagine that. I mean, I'm fucking amazed that I've been doing this for 1 year. To do that 10 more times? I can't, like, that's insane to me. But you know what? If I have any say on the matter, then I'd be doing it for 20 times the amount, you know? But I'm sure life will get in the way eventually. Kept changing things, and honestly, with each patch, I didn't even care that I had to restart because it kept it fresh. I see. No, and I do remember having a lot of fun with it. So I'm sure that whatever they've got now is probably a really, really great experience. I'll think about that. I'll get around to it. Maybe I can see if like some other people will want to check it out with me as well. I mean, I can see which of my friends have it. I can see who's played it before. So in fact, one of them has 153 hours. Holy shit. So reach out to that person and be like, hey, wanna check out this game with me? I know jack shit and I need a mentor. Oh. Yawn. Oh wow, I am getting very tired very suddenly. Yes, yawn indeed. Alright, now I'm gonna go ahead and reassess who I might raid into. Because last time I did this was an hour and a half ago, and I was like, oh yeah, we'll raid into Reverie, and then she raided into me. Oh, I just checked my hours. I have... Oh! You have 1,008... You have almost 1,900 hours? Maybe a quick second on the couch will make you feel better? No! I refuse. You know what? I almost got a sleeping emote. Whenever I was commissioning my new emotes, I almost got a new... I almost got a sleeping emote. I decided against it. I did not... Because I felt like other emotes needed priority. But I really genuinely thought about getting one. Just so you guys could spam it whenever I was asleep. Here, let me try to show off like one more emote. Oh, which one do I do? Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about. You can't trust me to, like, hide anything because I'll get too excited and want to show everything. I can't show off that one. That one's too good. I'm, like, trying to show off, like... You know, this one's a basic one, but I'll show this off. Yeah, I'll show this off. Ah, Rico, well, come on in, welcome. This one is as basic it gets, but it's still, oh, my emo artist is just so fucking goated. It's just a simple wave. Look at that, it's so fucking cute. I love the art so much. I love their style. I love their, like, their colors and everything. Oh, it's just so good. Okay, see, it's really a problem. I'm like, okay, one more can't hurt. Okay, let's try. They're just so good. I can't help but show them off. This is it though. This is the last one you get. This is the last one you get. Look at that! It's so good! Oh, it's so good. It's, oh, I love these emotes so much. Oh. And y'all haven't even seen the best ones yet. Y'all haven't even seen the best ones yet. Rika, since you're here, I'm gonna send you the best one now in color. Let me find it in my, because I sent it earlier. Wait, how do I find it? There it is. Check that out in your DMs, Rika. It's so fucking peak. It's so good. It came out amazing. It's gonna be my most used emote. It's gonna be easily my most used emote. Base? Yeah, see, right? Isn't it so fucking good? Isn't it like actually a peak emote? Yo, I'm so excited to show this one off to all of you. You're gonna love it. You're gonna think it's so good. Alright, let me get rid of these. Oh. Okay. I said an hour, or 3.5 hours, so we're gonna chug real quick, and then I'll find somebody to raid. If I can chug. Pardon? Alright, here, let's chug the rest of this. There we go. It's gone. Can number 3. Demolished. It has been destroyed. Oh, now I'm just excited about those. But anyways, since we are wrapping up now, finally, actually, I promise this time I mean it whenever I say we're wrapping up. Thank you all so much for watching. It's been an absolute blast, as always. I'm very, very excited to officially be back. I'm going to be quite active over these next few weeks, I imagine. So please look forward to that. Oh, what song we got next? Why is it quiet? You're not allowed to be quiet. Shit, actually it turns out it was just picking up. There we go. Yes, thank you all so much for anybody who stuck around, for any raiders who decided to stop by and listen, or anybody who just joined in at the very end. I appreciate any and all support. It genuinely means a lot, and I hope you enjoyed yourself. We are going to raid into... I'm trying to not pick a game that I don't want spoilers for, but there's not really any of those. Every single person I follow is either playing a game I don't want spoilers for, or playing Uma Musume, and there's no in between. Thanks for the stream and sticking around way longer than originally planned. Take care. Well, thank you. Yes, and have a wonderful night, everybody. Yummies. Wait, hold up. Am I not following any of those people? Hold on, Kyo, can you send one of the names? Yeah, holy shit. Okay. Yep. Thank you. Well, that's who we're raiding into now, I've decided. So yes, thank you all so much for sticking around. I will see you all not tomorrow. I'm not streaming tomorrow. But on Tuesday, I've got my collab with Anaria, Rixie, and Feisty. And then I will see you all, I think I've got Holly here, then Jump King. My schedule will be out in just a moment if you want to go ahead and see what I've got coming up ahead. But for now, let's go ahead and consider this case closed. Have a fantastic evening, everyone.